central and eastern parts of England, we're seeing temperatures in the mid to high 30s, extremely high values.
What was once regarded as sort of once in a generation incidents are now becoming much more regular.
THTD with the victory. TH4D rather.
Welcome to the International.
Aegis reclaimed and a three-man black hole.
Oh my god, they're going in. That's a big charge! What? Oh my god, they're all ulted! Flippity flop! Oh!
Viper destroyed Hurricane Pipe Retreat.
But it's not enough big when you're still stood in the battle player. Say the letters.
Oh, he's got in the fountain.
The mountain, he gets a page again.
Could be dead here. Here comes the stun from line, he just love stun.
Oh, the dodge from Jay!
They should get the Tiny here and at least burn the Aegis of the Immortal, but Sleepy Moon comes in to try to clean up the backlines. It's a Maledict onto Sleepy Moon, Tiny goes down, it's a lot of damage from the Death Ward! They have no damage left, the Poison Nova goes out from the Venom as well as the Maledict. It's a lot of damage, and Death Ward is back up again! They get the kill on the Wraith King! The throne is still alive!
White Dota is just
frozen.
Yep.
Well, I mean, on my notes here, he is listed as a coward.
He kicked his PC and attacked us.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
So fucked.
You ever wonder what's up there? Like what? Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here. I guess. Do you think we'll ever meet them? I hope so.
across central and eastern parts of England. We're seeing temperatures in the mid to high 30s, extremely high values.
What was once regarded as sort of once in a generation incidents are now becoming much more regular.
THTD with the victory. TH4D rather.
Welcome to the Goon International.
Aegis reclaimed and a three-man black hole.
Oh my god, they're going in. That's a big charge! What? Oh my god, they're all ulted! Flimity bomb!
Both have destroyed Hurricane Pipe Retreat.
But it's predominantly a nothing thing that's still stood in the magnifier. Say the letters.
Oh, he's got in the fountain.
He's in the fountain, he gets a page again.
Could be dead here. Here comes the stun from Line, he just not stunned.
Oh, the dodge from Jay!
They should get the Tiny here and at least burn the Aegis of the Immortal. But Sleepy Moon comes in to try to clean up the backlines. It's a Maledict onto Sleepy Moon. Tiny goes down. It's a lot of damage from the Death Ward. They have no damage left. The Poison Nova goes out from the Venom as well as the Maledict. It's a lot of damage. The Death Ward is back up again. They get the kill on the Wraith King. The throne is still alive.
White Dota is just
frozen.
Yep.
Well, I mean, on my notes here, he is listed as a coward.
He kicked his PC and attacked off.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
So fucked.
You ever wonder what's up there? Like what? Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here. I guess. Do you think we'll ever meet them? I hope so. Don't you? Do you think we'll ever meet them?
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born! Using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil!
Ultra.
Falcus is here, he's lighthearted and free. Jesper's the brains, he's as sharp as can be. Commentating Dota, just wait and see. Goon International is the place to be. Goons, they gather to watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goon International, hey, hey, hey. Goons on battles never seen before. Falcus with jokes, he'll leave you wanting more. Jesper's got stats and the inside lore. Together they make the perfect score. Goons, they gather to watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goon International, hey, hey, hey. Goons on battles never seen before. Falcus with jokes, he'll leave you wanting more. Jesper's got stats and the inside lore. Together they make the perfect score. Goons, they gather to watch International, hey, hey, hey. Broadcasting magic in every frame. Falcus and Jesper changing the game. Every goon earning their claim to fame. Goonternational is the name. Goons, they gather to watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goonternational, hey, hey, hey.
Well then, hello and welcome to tonight's cast. There we are! And we're on. Joined tonight by Jesper. Jesper, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing very well. Glad to be here.
There we go. I think levels wise we're alright. Another thing I should have checked before the stream. Right. Exciting game tonight that I know nothing about, so entirely reliant on Jesper for this one tonight. Breaking Baps versus Black Country Widows. I don't know much about either team, to be honest.
Played with me, you know that's not very much to rely on. I know a fair few of these lands. There's some of them that are new to me as well, but yeah, I definitely know some of the guys on these teams.
We do have an inside scoop in the chat, it seems. Super Duper Noodle. Breaking Baps combined have 11 PhDs and 4 Nobel Prizes, all in the pursuit of perfecting the BAP. Through countless years of sorry, my chat scrolled. Through countless years of experimentation and ruthless training regime, they have finally established their dream. Countless Michelin-starred chefs have lined up outside the Breaking Baps offices in an attempt to get a sneak peek at their artistry. However, the secret formula is locked up so tightly that no one chemist has full knowledge of how to create the perfect BAP. Nice to see we've already got a copy pasta in support of Breaking Baps.
Yeah, it's always good to see some of those.
Oh. We got a best viewers on. I don't even know what that's supposed to say. I think that's been moderated. I don't actually know if we have any mods in the chat tonight. Oh, we do. Llama's here. Why can't I block this bastard? Oh, it's a link. That's why it's all starred out. Don't mind me reading the spam. Black Country Widows, what a team. Do we also have players? If only we had players webcam.
That would be so AIDS to organize.
I don't even know how they do players webcam in the big tournaments. Like, do they have, because someone's observing, someone's controlling the camera in Dota, and they switch between the players. Is there someone just on like an OBS just switching scenes at the exact same time to get the cameras up?
I don't know. Sometimes it lags behind as well. So there might be like I sometimes wonder if it's like automated.
Yeah, like who has that? Oh, I guess if it's automated, yeah, it could be on a script. Actually, that would make a lot more sense. I just assumed there was like they had an intern or someone who just who just dealt with all of that.
Hotkeys does explain a lot, because sometimes you have these games where it's like consistently
oh shit, sorry, we lost Justin.
Consistently like showing the wrong player on the cam, like based on which hero is being shown.
Yeah, that's
so
why. Yeah,
if there's just someone messing up hotkeys, that explains a lot for that.
It's just someone screwing the whole thing up. So, yeah, don't worry, I've disabled all of my sounds in game, but Jesper's getting alcohol poured on you. Nice bit of whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the story of my life.
Hey, when that happens, don't you? Oh,
absolutely.
You went and got a drink before. You get anything exciting, Jesper?
No, it's very unexciting.
Oh, gutted. I finally have my wine that I was supposed to have last night. So,
very cool.
It's Wednesday. Don't worry. I'll keep it. I'll keep it to like a solid. I don't know. I was gonna say PG-13, but I don't know how you have PG-13 wine. So are you playing yourself?
I don't know either.
No, I'm not playing tonight. Tonight is the cast of. Just put that in the wrong place.
It would be very cool if you're casting your own game.
Yeah, just casting live from the offline. That's exactly how we do it. I used to get drunk for all my games at my esports games at uni. Because I was on the CS:GO team. The CS:GO team was made up of all 5 people who wanted to be on the CS:GO team because we didn't have enough players. I think we actually had a ringer basically because we had to have someone who technically wasn't at the university who was just on a fake account that we had to make. Hopefully nothing like that going on tonight. Yeah, I mean, so what are we 5 minutes off? I believe it's an 8 o'clock start. BCW are still waiting on a 5th to show up. Could be an emergency stand-in. Maybe I could be the emergency stand-in. And then I can cast from the game, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair, right? I mean, the teams aren't allowed out. The cast will be scuffed as fuck, but...
I mean, it's going to be like that anyway. So they're missing Wellyn still, based on people that are already in the lobby.
I mean, it would be very one-sided. So tonight's a very quiet night. Are you in the lobby already?
No, I'm just looking at the lobby in Discord.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was hoping you were gonna drag me in. I panicked. I needed to get myself in. That's one dapper-looking Jesper. It is indeed. He really turned up tonight. I'm a little bit upset because he put his camera on. I went, for fuck's sake, Jesper, we're wearing the same thing.
That's only a problem for women. If men are wearing the same thing, you're like, hey, we're in sync.
I'm just imagining the Brooklyn Nine-Nine scene of who wore it best, who wore it best. But I don't think we should get into that.
I mean, it depends how I'm coming out of that, If I'm winning, I'm like, yeah, maybe we should.
You might be. You're looking very tidy and well put together, to be fair, Jesper. I feel like I've got more of a what's the guy? The fat guy from The Hangover. Him or Jack Black vibe going on of just look, I've put it on, but it's a fucking mess at the moment. Didn't even have an ironed shirt. This is just got it out of bag. Got it out the bag it's been in since my friend's wedding. I think the 5 need the blue
this
name.
Has probably been in.
Oh, have we lost Jesper?
Yeah, it's well in the stair 5 player.
Just sweatpants right under the cam. I don't know. I
cool.
think I saw Jesper had actual trousers on before. I've got. Does everybody know the shop Lidl? Because Lidl started selling clothes, branded Lidl branded clothes. So I've got my Lidl shorts on. They were a quality buy.
I will give you a bit of an insight. I'm actually wearing trousers.
Yeah, see, he's gone the whole hog. Fuck me. Can we?
No, as in I'm wearing the trousers I was wearing before I put this shirt on.
Okay. No, I was saying, fuck me. We've got more bots in the chat. I swear we didn't get botted once last night, or at least not that I noticed. It's the last night, really busy night. 3 games last night.
Even the bots want to get some GTI,
Yeah, I think it's mostly bots in GTI, if you ask me.
Yeah. Wellyn is in the Discord, so it looks like they're figuring things out.
Oh, well, that's good. Did you manage to watch the games last night, Jesper?
Yeah, I started watching a bit of the first series, and then I moved to Spherical and I don't remember who they were playing. Spherical and not Spherical in the second game, and then after that finished, I moved over to your stream to a game there.
I mean, I just love the Spherical versus not Spherical.
I'm pretty sure they were against not Spherical.
I would assume so. If it was Spherical v Spherical, I don't think that's ever happened yet in Go International. Have we had like an org with 2 teams in the tournament? Yet to be seen.
No,
Maybe
I
one
mean,
for...
as far as you can even speak as an orc. Yeah.
Maybe one for next year. Maybe they have too hot for Dota and too cold for Dota. Too cold for Dota being the B team, I suppose. Oh shit! I did. Okay, hang on. Give me a second. I can fix this. I can fix this. Where is it? There it is. There. Oh shit. Slightly broken.
Wow.
It's fine. This is how all the big streamers do their streams. I don't know if you've noticed before. It is. It's what they do. They just adjust on the fly. They make their scenes as and when they're needed. Problem solved. I do.
I just guessed the password.
Having all the problems at the same time. Well, there we go. Yeah, they do it live. They definitely do it live. I watch the big streamers, guys. They don't have time to fuck about. Right. I assume you've got your settings correct, Jesper. That's the thing we've got to check.
Yeah,
you're like open.
Absolutely not.
Thing or whatever.
Going into the menu now to fix them.
I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of this logo and just show the lobby anyway. There's not a second team currently.
I don't even need to mute my co-broadcasters because they just have you permanently muted.
Don't they all? Should we just... We could be the team. Come with me, Jesper. We'll play them. We'll play them as the Hatted Alpacas. This is the big twist. This is the big twist of the evening. Oh, Bruce Vincent. Excellent. Yeah, Breaking Baps versus Casters. It's an all mid game, 5 versus 2. Do we get bonus gold? I feel like we should get bonus gold for missing members.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh shit.
We should both start with a rapier, I think.
Yes, but an unlosable rapier. That's what it should be.
This other team is just part into our game.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Do we need to pick a few of them? Oh, right.
Very cool.
Breaking Baps, who we got? Let's check our pronunciations, I guess. Fuwafuwa. Oh, I nailed it first time, I think. I've not played. Yeah. I'm not aware of Fuwafuwa. I've played with Tom, but not in a long time.
I've queued into Fuwafuwa once in a pub game.
Oh, so you only know Fuwafuwa as an enemy.
Yes. I was playing Naga, so definitely an enemy.
I don't know Coil. I've heard of Griff and I've played with Heretic. To be honest, these are two teams I'm not particularly familiar with.
I've definitely played quite a bit with Griff and Heretic, played a bit with Pianist, and I've played basically with everyone on Widows except for Wellyn.
Okay. I mean, I'm feeling that you've got more of an inside knowledge than me then. Captain Griff.
I would hope so.
We've got Captain Griff now.
Yeah.
Named Captain Griff. We are ready, yeah. Let's get this show on the road. I am the cameraman. Right, I've got that down. We're all ready to go. Let's get excited. I am actually really excited.
Yeah,
for the players that I know on these teams, I think they look both teams individually reasonably balanced. As in, like, neither team looks like it just has a ton of really, really good players, which I mean shouldn't be possible due to the good international balancing in general. But you know, still good to be aware of. All right, turn these off the draft.
I think George last Valentine might tilt a little bit in the favor of Black Country Widows, but then I've just found out he has like basically not played in a month.
Ah. I mean, I feel like, what have we had? 2 updates? Not huge updates, but updates all the same.
Yeah.
Well, heading into the draft.
Right.
Oh, it's exciting. It's always exciting at the start of a Goon International game.
Very exciting.
We could get literally anything here. 5 supports, 5 carries, nothing but offlaners. Who knows?
I am kind of hoping for that. Oh, fucking hell! What is this? What's this picture from like?
Beautiful banners. Yes.
That's Bleak with like photoshopped on Scarlet Johansson.
I also love how Breaking Baps have gone for the V cutout on the bottom of the banner, but decided to leave it in.
That's great.
That's from the. That's definitely use of the Valve official banner kit, which I use myself.
These are great banners.
Yeah. So we've got Breaking Baps taking Radiant and Black Country Widows on the die. I actually don't know who won the coin toss here, but first pick will be going the way of Breaking Baps. That's right, isn't it? I fucked this up last night, so the little arrow is pointing north. I'm gonna go with Breaking Baps. First ban, Shadow Demon.
I mean, that's just like a meta ban at the moment, right? The strong hero.
Yeah, I think any hero with sort of an easy save, it's the 2 bubble boys, isn't it? Shadow Demon and Tusk. They're the ones that everybody's worried about.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, chat, let me know if that's too small. We can go full screen for the draft.
10 seconds to go.
I think this is a nice vibe. So, a lone druid ban.
5 seconds.
Interesting one.
I don't know if there's okay. Apparently, Coil has played lone druid in the off lane, so that's maybe what they're just wanting to get rid of for that. Naga definitely seen Griff playing that. I know Fuwafuwa also plays it, but he's mid on this team, so he's probably not going to be in this game.
Little unconventional, isn't it? Lone druid in the offline, or am I just?
10 seconds to go.
I have played it for a while as well, but that was years ago at this point. I have no idea how it is these days, but like every now and again you see like some lone druid player in the pro scene pick it up, so it's probably always something you can do.
I mean, he's not a tanky hero in himself, but has a very tanky bear to send around doing his bidding.
Yeah, that was mostly what you were playing it for back when I played it. Is just send the bear after the carry and make his life miserable.
Send the bear after the carry. It's just a lovely phrase to hear. Warlock ban coming out for Breaking Baps, followed by a Dazzle. I mean, Dazzle just annoying. We saw him last night. First pick, Clockwork.
I mean, this Visage ban on Black Country Widows is probably targeting Fuwafuwa, because I'm looking at his Dota buff as like about 700-ish games, and almost 300 of those are Visage.
Well, did you say 700 games?
That I've never seen one.
I mean, that seems like not a ton of games, but a ton on Visage. I mean, percentage-wise.
There's like games being hidden of those, but like of the ones I can see, there's still a very large portion of Visage games.
Yeah. I mean, Clockwork and Dark Willow, I think two good picks, 2 standard support picks that we've seen a few times, especially that Clockwork, wreaking havoc in a lot of games. I mean, I don't know what his pick rate is, but he's got to be up there for the top, right?
I can actually like that. He has been, I think he's among the heroes that have been most picked.
It wouldn't surprise me. I think every game I've looked at,
he is one of the 3 heroes that have been played. He has been played in 4 games, which is currently the most out of any heroes, together with Centaur Warrunner and Snapfire.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't watched this. I've not watched a ton of series yet, obviously with the stack up last night, but I've not watched a series yet that hasn't seen a Centaur Warrunner or a Snapfire or a Clockwork, so not surprised on that one.
I've definitely seen Snapfire in the game I cast with Cortez on Sunday.
Of course you have. That was my game.
That was your game, you're right. Yeah.
Vesper on the Snapfire, sniping Roshan.
Yeah. Oh, that was so funny.
Yes, a beautiful play. Shame about the death afterwards, but lovely little bit of tomfoolery. We were taking a long time on this ban. There's a lot of bonus time just ticking down away for Breaking Baps.
Looks like we're trying to target at least the last pick. That we're targeting the mid. Oh, that's the Centaur.
Yeah, I mean that ban coming out in the Storm period. I mean, it could just be that they're not sure what's going to be picked next, so they just don't want to put all their eggs in one basket. Spread the bans out, you know.
Yeah, I think like based on the bans so far, I don't think Breaking Baps have like huge individual targets on the other team in mind. They seem to just be banning good heroes in the patch, which is, you know, fair enough. That's a good way to go about it.
Captain DC'd. Oh, yes, we're looking at it now. Fuwafuwa actually captaining the draft for Breaking Baps. I believe Captain Griff demoted.
Oh, right. That's very funny.
I didn't actually see him disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, that may have been a reason why there was so many reserve time being eaten up there.
Yeah, really, really eating that's a reserve time. Ban comes out for a Medusa and a quick on the pick. We're going to see another Luna. Yeah, the way she said that, I was like, she said Lena. That's not Lena.
I knew that was bad, so it couldn't have been.
Well, who knows? The Lena being banned, maybe she's just dressed up as Luna and headed on into the game.
10 seconds to
go. So it's Jonah, also known as Johanna, also known as J Diddy, also known as Please Stop Changing Your Fucking Names.
You said Jonah now, so that's all I'm gonna see.
Yeah, no, that's basically the one you need to remember. He's on the carry in this team. Fun fact: he is still the reigning champion of 1v1 mid in the Perion Flex Discord. They don't even need him on mid. That's how good they are.
When was the last 1v1 mid tournament?
The first time we did it.
So he has won one 1v1 mid tournament.
Yes, which is the most out of anyone in the P-Flex Discord, or at least the ones held in the
you know,
Discord.
it's technically correct. You cannot deny it. So well done to him. I mean, an early pick for the carry. I mean, we've seen a lot. I think it's a trap that a lot of lower ranked players fall into a captain's draft, and I do the same thing. You just pick from 5 through to 1, basically, or maybe you give your last pick to 2, but otherwise it's basically supports first and then cores.
Yeah, it also kind of depends like what heroes are the ones you want to pick up. If they're like heavily contested ones, you'll see them being picked up in the early picks more often.
Offlane is definitely coming in here. Underlord for Breaking Baps and Bristleback for Black Country Widows. I mean, I have to say, I'm not an Underlord fan personally. I haven't really played him. Maybe played him once. Bristleback, love. Bristleback was like my second hero I ever properly learned in Dota. He's changed a lot. I would
like to play more Bristleback than I do. I like the hero, I just never end up playing it.
He's become much more of I wouldn't quite say a skill-based hero, but much more of a... Yeah, I mean, there is more skill involved in playing Bristleback now than there used to be.
Well, I definitely agree with that, because it's like...
It used to be run around, hit W.
Days, you would just run around and you would be unkillable and you would kill everyone around you. And like over time, I feel like people have gotten better at just like knowing when to ignore him and just kill his team.
Yeah.
Which like feeds back into the loop where the Bristleback player actually has to like build in a way that makes him harder to ignore. So
I mean, also not to mention the fact we didn't used to have break.
Yeah, and that as well. Like
10 years ago, there was no break. Your Bristleback was Bristleback, and there was fuck all you could do about it.
10 seconds to go.
Next 2 picks come out here. Drow Ranger for Breaking Baps and Marana on Black Country Widows, and a final ban on, well, not quite a final ban, penultimate ban for Breaking Baps of the Sand King. So that's feeling like a carry Drow there. So saving last pick for their mid, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looks like it, which I'm assuming it was like a potential Sand King mid they were trying to stave off, because mid is probably also what Black Country Widows are still looking for.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that's definitely going to be... So that's you reckon that's a support Marana then, if it's not going to be a mid?
I would expect so, just because like support Marana with the Solar Flare is just like pick up. It could be mid as well, but they might also just leave it out there as a flex.
Yeah, I mean...
but yeah, it looks like Breaking Baps is also still expecting a mid pick to come out.
I think having that option of taking that Marana mid is good to have. But no, I think you're probably right. I think stronger as a support.
I mean, after the last picks, I'm going to see what the matchup will be, and if George is confident in playing it, he could just go for the Marana and they could pick something else, or they could.
So both definitely both definitely banning mids. We've got the Sand King ban and the Viper ban for Breaking Baps, and then Ember and Wind Ranger ban for Black Country Widows. I mean, I feel like Sand King's a lot of damage, and that Viper's definitely referred to often as just a win mid hero, just win my lane, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking? What would you pick here?
I mean, that's a good question because I am very bad at mid.
You don't have to pick it for you. You can give it to any goon you want.
That's true, but I am also very bad at drafting, so that combination makes things a bit difficult. I'm just checking because, like, as we discussed, like Visage big hero for Fuwafuwa.
It's coming in. Winter Wyvern.
Now,
is that a
everyone
Wyvern
knows
mid?
that this is. It should be. Like everyone knows, mid Wyvern is a sleeper pick. All my bad lads in chat know this. So I'm very much expecting that to be mid, more than any other hero.
I can't see what else they'd put mid, to be honest. So I think you're going to be right on that one. Final pick comes out for Black Country Widows. It's going to be a sniper. I mean, that sniper, assuming going mid. I mean, it could be sniper or the Mirana. We're going to see as they get picked up by their heroes. I don't actually know who the mid player is for either team. I'm guessing that's lined up correctly, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so Lust Valentine going to be going mid on that sniper. Offlane Bristleback on Giant. Is that POS 4 or 5? POS 4 Mirana? 5 Willow or the other way around?
Yeah, it looks like for Mirana, which is more common. Granted, 4 Dark Willow is also more common than 5, but out of those two, I would.
And I'm guessing that's a
the Willow to be a 5.
I'm guessing that's a 3 Underlord and a 4 Clockwork there. Is that the right way around?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's Heretic 5 on Ogre. Carry's going to be Drow Ranger for Griff, and Fuwafuwa going mid on that. That honestly, out of nowhere for me, Winter Wyvern. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't either, but yeah, it's definitely a pick that can, like, between this Drow Ranger and Winter Wyvern, you're gonna have 2 heroes at a very long range that are gonna be very threatening at some point. You've got 3 reasonably beefy boys in between, like, your team and them.
How are you feeling about the lack of skin on that Winter Wyvern, though?
Yeah, it's definitely a fool's Batman on that.
It's disturbing, right?
It is also kind of intimidating in a way, because you're like,
I don't even play it.
If you run into like a guy who does an off-meta pick and just has no cosmetics on it, it does kind of like scare you. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Because like if he's doing the weird pick, you're expecting him to have like played it a lot, and then he's just coming in with the default skin. You're like, what the hell?
Right, what are we doing here? We've got, this is becoming a very, very typical, very standard goon thing to do, is just to head to your own runes, take your own runes, and don't worry about it. We do see a smoke out on Black Country.
Preempting the invade by the other side, but doesn't look like anything's gonna come of it.
I need to work out some shortened names here, because I cannot say Black and Baps. I can say Baps, that's fine. Baps and Country? That's going to turn into Cunty in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you could just call them Widows.
Widows, thank you. There we go. So, Baps and Widows. That's what we're going with, chat. All right, so Baps for the Radiant, Widows for the Dire. Both just sitting here, just keeping their own runes here. I think we're just going to see a simple 2.
I feel like both teams are kind of ones that you're happier defending your high grounds with and running up the enemies. So it makes reasonable sense to me.
Yeah, mid-ward goes down.
A lot of, like, AoE skills that the enemy can just run out of if they're fast enough.
That mid-ward goes down for Widows. They're going to be aware that Baps were hovering over that rune, and they just let it go. Happy to settle for 2 for 2. No first blood yet. Which brings us to the caster's nightmare. Which lane will first blood happen to, and will we catch it? I'm 1 for 2 at the moment. I'm going to see Heretic just trying to exchange some hits here with Notch. But
yeah, I would expect a first blood in a bottom lane more than anything else, just because of Arrow. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
I
up
mean,
in the
also
air
just
how
those
that
quills building up are going to be a problem. I think we've got a lot of spells that can go out in bottom lane.
So, do we get the point if one of us catches it, or do you have to catch it?
Oh, I have to catch it on stream. That's how it works.
Okay.
Otherwise, stream misses
Yeah,
it. We can't have that. Top lane, we're just going to exchange some stuns here. We're going to bounce around a lot, chat, while we try and make sure we don't miss it.
The big thing is, though, there could be a surprise first blood suddenly of the scatter shot from Lunst Valentine. So, like, it might suddenly be mid when we're not expecting it.
You think he's just going... I mean, what facets he gone? Yes, he has gone the... Scatter shot shrapnel. I mean, it is a huge amount of damage, just very quickly.
Yeah.
Until I used it for the first time, I always used to stick with ghillie suit. And as soon as I used scatter shot, I went, well, I've been an idiot for weeks.
I mean, it's deceptive because it does, like, the total damage is nothing compared to what, like, normal shrapnel does. Like, you're sacrificing a lot of the total damage to just get it down faster, but that does mean that, like, a lot of damage is being dealt in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, my argument was always that you're losing a lot of slow there, which seemed beneficial, but the amount of damage getting pinned in, maybe Heretic on the bottom lane here. On the top lane, we've seen the cogs go down. Half health on Wellyn on the Dark Willow, but it's not going to be enough to do anything. Just a tidy bit of harass.
They're making us work for this first blood.
They really are. What do you think of this mid lane matchup? Who would you put your money on?
I'd kind of keep it like until 6. I'd kind of say it's just up in the air, just like up to who does the better lasting. Obviously, Sniper has the better animation, but then the Winter Wyvern does bring some very annoying harassment with an Arctic Burn.
Yeah, I mean, Sniper with a ridiculous last hit animation for anyone who's done a bit of polygon training will be aware of.
Yeah. I don't expect to be, like, outside of some, like, crazy scattershot play, I don't expect there to be, like, a huge kill threat, because, like, as long as, like, there's no scattershot in play, Wyvern can always just Cold Embrace and stop the damage coming out from Sniper other than the shrapnel.
Not a lot of denies coming out from any of the lanes at the moment, especially the mid. A goon thing, or maybe just pressure, or maybe just the level of the tournament, who's to say?
Yeah, I mean, like, most of the time you'll be focusing on your own last hit over denies. But yeah, it might also just be, like, you know, early days in the tournament. Maybe both players not super familiar with this matchup.
Saw a little Wraith Band drop there into the backpack just to get that slightly better regen. The tryhard and really coming out on Valentine here.
Yeah. I mean, George isn't a tryharder. I heard he tries hard in the in-houses, actually.
Oh, I mean, that's just that's a very bold accusation. We don't want tryhards in the in-houses. Nobody needs that. In-houses are for fun. I mean, last hits here, Sniper, I mean, all Sniper, Wyvern, Drow, and Bristle all sort of out in the lead there, but this Luna may be lagging behind. Bristleback taking a lot of damage down in the bot lane. I mean, that's just the amount of harass that can come out of Ogre Magi. Just needing to build up that strength, and he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, still not looking any closer to first blood other than Bleak and Noch.
No, I think I'd be as bold as to say that this might be the latest first blood we're going to get in a Goon International match. This is a very slow one. No one wanted to be too aggressive.
Tom is trying to get in on Jonah, but no landing there.
Bit of damage going out mid. I mean, there's a lot of harass going out, but currently we're just wasting regen, I think.
I wouldn't say wasting. It's just like you're using it to stay alive, aren't you?
Yes. No. I mean, I meant the enemy is. You know, what I mean, they're wasting their opponent's regen.
Yeah, I got
Yeah. We see the brambles go down, and the hold goes down onto Jonah as well. Nothing going to come of it again, though. Tom really trying to run around the back, get something, decides better of it, backs out, does take the stun damage. Again, yeah. Look at the amount of damage. No, we can count it as a loss for me, though, because I didn't notice. Courier deaths pop up for like 3 seconds, and then they're gone.
Yeah, they happened in the fight you were watching, so they're probably just delivering items to the heroes they were fighting.
Well, I don't think they were there as backup. We can say that safely. Again, look, I mean, pops the Arctic Burn. Pops the Arctic Burn just to throw out some harass, but the sniper just doing the exact same thing back. No Arctic Burn, but I mean, he can always toggle his take aim if he wants, just to get those headshots in. It's a very even matchup. We do have Tom in on Clockwork, just looking to see if he can get an angle to help out and get a pick on the sniper. Anything to help his mid laner.
It's gonna be a bit tricky while he doesn't have hook shot.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's leveled extremely quickly, I'm not sure how much help he's going to be getting in that sniper. Safety of his tower just right behind him.
That's already level 6 as well, so might actually like be able to get some kill threat on Fuwafuwa now.
A lot of damage going out onto this Bristleback. The Bristleback acting like he doesn't care. Yeah. Silence comes out from Drow, along with the multi-shot. Bristleback goes down to Heretic, just getting that last little hit in there.
I think Noch
having to run away just to stay alive himself. Out of mana now. I think this is gonna be helping Griff get some easy farm here.
Well, you've just got your first blood. How do you feel about that?
Hey, I got one last night. I'm now 2 for 3.
Oh, you're 1 for 1. Yeah, I got you.
2 for 3, chaps. 2 for 3. Well, we're 1 for 1 tonight. Let's see if we can 100% it. Yeah, both mid laners now 6. Item-wise, we're coming up on boots on Sniper. Or, like, full boots, I should say. A little ways off, but I think we do have a... No! The Sniper's definitely feeling ahead. I mean, we do have the magic wand out, but...
Oh, they're going on Griff bots. Griff very low, goes down to nice.
Griff goes down under tower. Honestly, Heretic not looking great either. Tom's going to TP down on the Clockwork to try and help out. Fuwafuwa in for the gank. Bleak looking very low on the Bristleback. Noch turns around trying to help. Not enough. Bristleback goes down. Has Noch killed himself trying to save a friend? This curse of save a friend comes in again, and Noch goes down to a very nice gank for Baps there. Oh, the sniper ult comes in from the distance. Out of nowhere, Fuwafuwa goes down.
I was gonna say, like, they also forced Lunst rotation on the sniper there without giving him anything, but he did get the assassination up before.
He's gonna take it from afar.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best you're gonna get out of that after that. First fight, very strong rotation by Fuwafuwa.
Bad for the team, but I mean very good for that sniper.
Absolutely. He's going to find a DDer in the river as well.
Well, he's going to hope to find the AD, but who knows? He's gone to farm the jungle first. This AD could go anyone's yet. I could actually see Tom just wandering his way back up to the top lane and picking it up on the way. Last hit-wise, Griff's been knocked back a bit, putting him a bit more in line with this Drow Ranger, with this Luna, which I think is exactly what Widows need. DD goes out on Fuwafuwa. Definitely a slow game tonight. Not that much action coming out at the start. Both teams playing a bit more passive.
Yeah, I think these weren't like the most active of lanes, like on either side. So not a huge surprise there. Unless
Again,
there was like a big arrow being landed.
Just this usual exchange of damage. Going on Heretic in the bot lane. He's going to make it out though. Silence comes out from Griff. He's going to throw out the multi-shot. Not quite enough damage.
A lot of damage on Noch there.
We're going to back off, finish up those mana boots. Coming back in from the side. We haven't seen an arrow yet. Whether there's been one thrown, I don't know, but we haven't seen one yet.
That's true.
I mean, I'm hoping for something here. Heretic going to push his way forward. Multicast onto TheBleakGiant. Silence comes out from Griff. Huge damage coming out of the Drow Ranger. Multi-shot goes out. Not quite enough distance. Leap out for Noch. He's going to be safe. Both of them going to be safe. Heretic either thinks better or they go out of range for him to cast that Ignite.
Lunst laying a lot of damage into Fuwafuwa here, but he's popping the Arctic Burn and fighting.
I mean,
back.
Fuwafuwa though, trying to get some damage back. I definitely think if the sniper stands there, he maybe does more. I don't know about this build-up of Arctic Burn damage, how much that's gonna do to him.
He's definitely got a kill.
Oh, Haste comes in. He wants it. He wants it. Heretic comes in behind. Stun onto Valentine. He's just gonna haste his way out of there. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's a safe one for him.
Didn't quite want to go for the last shrapnel charge into the assassinate, which like it would have been dangerous. I'll give him that.
I mean, it still could be. Oh, the heal goes down from Fuwa. This sniper taking so much damage. And the ice shot. Or the splinter blast, sorry. Just hanging around too long. Maybe a little cocky. Maybe he didn't notice his own HP. I don't know, but an embarrassing death all the same.
Cheeky Lunst feed. There you go. That's the tip. I was going to say, like, I would have said that.
Horrible histories were still around. That would be straight up on stupid deaths.
That is a certified CAC moment. I agree.
That's just I mean, I don't even say unfortunate. I think that's a user error right there. Definitely a skill issue. Heretic coming back for the gank bot lane, sorry. He's going to come behind the tower, but Valentine coming back in now. Arrow goes out, but far from hitting. Silence comes out under tower. And that Mirana's going to go down to Griff. Griff, I think feeling quite happy here. Feeling comfortable.
Absolutely.
Take a look at the net worth for a second. I mean, it's about as you'd expect, sniper top, but that Drow Ranger is doing some work to stay up there.
Yeah, all three of the cores are right behind Lunst on the sniper, so definitely still everything in it in this game, and probably it is a slight advantage for breaking Baps altogether.
I think we might see this sniper kind of having to hold Widows in it until their Luna can catch up on farm. If their Luna can catch up on farm.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have this like double threat of the Luna being very dangerous at slightly closer range and the sniper obviously having the long range. But then you're gonna have these two very long range cores in the Winter Wyvern and the Drow Ranger hitting from afar on the side of breaking.
Ping goes out that they want to go on BleakGiant in the triangle. Hookshot comes out, cogs are down, stun comes out from Heretic along with the ignite. A lot of damage, blasted back by the cogs, and that bristleback's going to go down. Arrow comes out, skates past Heretic, nothing going to come from it. That's another kill onto that bristleback.
Yeah. They're very happy to get that, I'm sure.
Baps looking very strong here in the early game, I think.
Yeah, definitely good showing from so far in the lanes.
And I'd be worried, to be honest, with this clockwork, and especially Heretic, the way he's been rotating. Definitely the potential to snowball here. Saving grace of Widows at the moment, definitely being that sniper, but taking a lot of pressure in the mid lane.
Yeah, all these damage over times are really hurting him.
Just trying to build up that first item after boots. He's trying to get that Mjolnir.
Well, let's start with the Maelstrom, shall we?
Sorry, I get them the wrong way around. See, Jesper, and you said that you weren't sure about your knowledge. It's definitely doing better than mine.
I mean, I knew that. The question is whether it was
Wellyn maybe going to get caught out here. Well, I mean, it could go either way. Tom a little bit out of position here. Nope, he's just going to move. Wellyn going to get caught in the jungle by Heretic. Heretic says, you know what? I'll go on this. Nope, changes his mind as he becomes that Willow becomes immune. Just honestly an annoying ability. Anything where you become immune or unable to die, very frustrating. But not going to deter Baps. They come in with Tom with the hook shot again. Cogs goes out. The ult comes out from the Verana. That's going to be extra damage and attack speed with Solar Flare. Tom having to back off. Luna ults. Jonah's pushing in with that ult. Takes a lot of damage, though. Valentine TP's into the tower. They are going to take down the Underlord for this. Good rotations, really, I think, for Widows there. I think getting in, turning that fight,
yeah,
just,
you
know, pos 3 there in place of, what, a pos 4?
Yeah, Jonah escaping on a sliver of health there, very clutch, even though the Eclipse didn't end up hitting much. Him staying alive and getting the Underlord go for it.
We are going to see BleakGiant run straight to Heretic. Heretic throws out the Ignite, but he is going to try and back off. Turns to stun. Cogs come out, along with the Q from the Clockwork. Going to hold BleakGiant in there. Underlord TPing himself in. I think Oh, no. Who went down there? Clockwork goes down. Bristleback goes down. Mirana goes down.
Yeah, like this breaking Baps team can just lay down a lot of damage in a short amount of time, and we saw it right there.
Yes, definitely. I mean, even that Clockwork going down there, he's done his job. He's got in there, he's stunned, he's held. I mean, that Bristleback struggling to survive, to be honest.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Gonna see a push for both tier 1s here.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
One thing
Fuwafuwa
about
just holding out mid.
The Willow in this game, like especially in this game with Shadow Realm, it doesn't actually make you immune, it's just on target ability, so any like damage over time effects or AoEs are still going to be affecting her while she's in it. So he's definitely not completely safe in there in a game like this with like Underlord.
So much damage over time. Tom going to TP down there to save their bottom tower as they take the enemy's top tower. I mean, even 2 against 1, and I think we had 2 cores down there for Widows. They didn't feel confident. I think maybe worried about further rotations, but Invis rune in the river. Anyone going to take it? They decide to put it on the Clockwork. Clockwork now just going to look to walk up to somebody, it seems. He is now in the middle of 4. Vision clearly as Heretic throws out that ignite onto the Marana. Oh, the hookshot comes out with the sniper. Cogs go down. The hold comes out from Coil. That sniper melting. Ult comes out from Marana. Extra damage for her team. Heretic really chasing deep. He wants that Marana dead. Damage over time isn't going to finish it.
The double ignite is going to finish it.
Really is. That Marana goes down. Bleak just chasing down the Clockwork here. Clockwork left on his own as the rest of his team just wants to take that mid tower.
Yeah, he's going to get run down there.
Clockwork's did a good job. Is he going to go down? I think you might be right. I thought he could have saved himself with the cogs.
He's not escaping from this wrestle.
But you know he's just turned around to the rest of his team and uttered the 2 important words of every death. Space created.
Space created, absolutely.
As that mid-tier 1 falls. Wellyn just going to chuck down a bit of harass here, holding them in place. I don't know if they've got the follow-up here. Arrow comes out. Arrow comes out onto Fuwafuwa, trapped in place. Fuwafuwa goes down. Widow's maybe looking to pressure this.
I was actually kind of trying to check for that knock death earlier. He just about didn't get his mechanism.
Ult comes out from Luna, chases down Heretic under tower. The lockdown comes out from both teams. BleakGiant decided he doesn't care about the tower. He's going to keep going. The rest of his team back off. I think... Oh, no, Fuwafuwa left him back off just to back off. Yeah, they left BleakGiant to die, poor guy.
Oh. Cole taking a lot of damage from the shrapnel there. It takes the assassinate as well, but not quite enough to finish him.
Close, but no cigar. I mean, a good fight still on the side of Widows. It's a bit of a shame about that dive from the Bristleback, but Bristlebacks be Bristlebacks. I mean, we were talking earlier about the old Bristleback invincibility.
Yeah, we're working towards some decently big items on both of the carries now. We've got Griff close to finishing, like about 1,000 gold away from finishing his Manta, and Jonah working towards the Hurricane Pike first. Finishes Yasha, but is gonna finish the Hurricane Pike before he goes in for the Manta.
In for the full Manta. I think, I don't know, I could be wrong here. You'll correct me, I'm sure. That full Manta really going to be his fighting item. That's going to be what helps him come online here.
I imagine he's probably still going to be mostly farming till he... I'm expecting he'll still go for a BKB in this game, even though the Wyvern's Curse obviously goes through it. But there's so much magic damage flying around in this game, I don't think you can afford to skip it.
Yeah, I mean, no... You say a lot of magic damage flying around. No pipe coming out on Widows at the moment. Got a Vanguard on the Bristleback, but he's building into that Axe to help him get that damage out.
Yeah, I mean, the Bristleback Axe is definitely something you need before you consider any sort of aura item, I think. Meanwhile, Lunst finished up its Atos, was building towards as he got his. Yeah, he's got his Gleipnir flying ahead. That's a big item.
Smoke out on Widows. I don't think they're going to find anything unless they're just looking for Roche, but I think it might be a bit early for even for them.
Would you just like scouting it, getting vision up around it?
Would you be worried we're going to see a similar, not necessarily a mistake, but a similar issue other teams in the tournament have faced of their carries still being farming as they're heading into these big fights and just being a man down, fairly persistently?
I mean, it very much depends on how the fight starts, because obviously if they're engaging on the other team's 4-man, which is also playing without their carry, then it might just be a 4v4, and some of the, like both these teams with right initiation, I think are happy to take
Speaking of the right initiation, Portal comes in from Coil, but Widow's just gonna back off from that one. Scary portals, they're not a fan. They're just gonna leave. TPing bot to try and defend this tier 1. The tier 1 goes down. Bleak Giant, the only one TP'd in. We do see the Jonah in the distance. I don't think he's gonna bother. Ult comes out. Cogs are somewhere.
Throwing down the Eclipse.
The Bristleback makes it out. The Eclipse comes down. Fuwafuwa just trying to lock down the enemy Luna. Fuwafuwa going to go down despite the heal. Hold comes down from the Underlord. Going to hold the helmet in place right in the middle of that. Not from the Underlord hold, from something else. The Underlord looking at being chased by a couple of very low heroes, but nothing he can do to turn. Out in the distance, Heretic just in the jungle. I think maybe taking the opportunity to de-ward. A lovely fight for Widows there, despite my horrendous cast of it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could have looked very scary for Jonah there coming in if, like, the other team had just turned in their heel and focused him. But with the Clockwork and Underlord still chasing the Bristle and only Fuwafuwa trying to fight back against the Luna, he had nothing to fear then. With Lunst coming in, they just cleaned that fight up.
So speaking about these carries farming, I mean, we haven't seen a lot out of Drow, and the fight's just been off doing her own thing quite happily. Dragonlance and Manta out on the Drow. Interestingly, both carries on each team build pretty similar.
Yeah, just in a different order, right?
We're going to see an attempt to defend this tier 1 bot. TPs come in. Clockwork, Tom's going to be pushing out. Going to knock that Bristleback back, but they are doing the right thing, just ignoring him in the back line. The Brambles come out, holding most of Baps in place, actually. Malice comes out to grab the Bristleback for a second. Is he going to run the wrong way? Is he going to try for a TP out? No TP on the Bristleback. Fuwafuwa going, I'm going to jump down this cliff and do a bit of damage here. Going to go for the Roche deny. Not quite. Not quite.
That's so close.
It looked like a last-minute thought, like a member of his team shouted at him, by the way, Roche is there. And speaking of Roche, Baps going to go for quite an early Roche here.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the opportunity for it. What I find interesting is that Baps has like an advantage and a disadvantage into the Bristle, because they don't really have any heroes that can just quickly get in front of him to hit him from the front. So they usually are dealing with those quills coming out. But then they also have a lot of heroes that are just hitting him from a very large distance and like not getting hit by them. So it takes a long time to bring him down, but if it's just him, they are just gonna bring him down without too much of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, definitely maybe gonna be switched up though when he whips out that Aghanim Scepter and can get a lot of quills out quickly.
I get scary.
It's gonna turn into more of a damage hero than purely a tank. Looking at his net worth here, that Luna's really made a jump.
Yeah, Jonah's about 1,000 gold away from his Manta now, so definitely ahead of Griff.
Tom gonna get caught out under the tower here, throws down the cogs just to try and keep them away. Stuck in the brambles, blade mail goes down. Heal comes out from Fuwafuwa. Silence onto Bleak Giant. Heretic from the high ground, putting out that damage per second. We're gonna see the Willow go down. Jonah coming in. No ult yet. A lot of damage coming out. Also from the Drow.
Well, this is the long range damage I was talking about. Obviously, Lunst does have the tools to match it, but it is very scary when you're just being forced away like that, and then suddenly you're being targeted by both the Drow and the Arctic Burn from Winter Wyvern.
Definitely. I mean, you'd look at these teams, you go, oh, who's going to be killing from afar? And you go, well, definitely that sniper, but put into practice, you don't really want to be into this combination of ice.
No, it's definitely an interesting setup there. I feel like if the full team of Widows gets like in and amongst the breaking Baps heroes, they have very limited tools at like actually getting them away from them. They have the Pit of Malice and the Hurricane Pikes, and that's about it. What you have for like creating distance between yourself and the enemy.
Heretic getting on some wards here, building into that Guardian Greaves. Interesting take from, well, I say interesting take, could be a common take for others. Interesting to me, anyway, from Larry last night. Not building fully into Guardian Greaves and just keeping that mech and those boots for a little while. Oh, we are going to see Jonah caught out on the high ground. Going to pop that Manta in an attempt to escape. He is going to go down. Is Heretic going to go down for it? Fuwafuwa taking a lot of damage. He does trap Valentine in the backline, puts himself down for a heal. No damage goes out on the Valentine from the ult, though. Trapped next to 2 heroes. Fuwa going to go down. Coil going to try and clean up here just to get a couple of kills. But I'd be worried about that Bristleback if I was him. Griff coming in, trying to put down some damage onto the Willow. He is going to just try and gun down that Bristleback from afar.
He turned around into the last shot. He just got the rest of his health taken away. But yeah, he was not running away.
I think he was going down either way there, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, still a shame to see. That's 4. Was that 4 down for 3 for 3 or 4 for 3? 3 for 3.
I think 3 for 3. I think just an even exchange. But yeah, it's definitely telling like how much damage the Breaking Baps lineup can lay down in just a little bit of time. And this BleakGiant on the Bristleback just very on the front compared to the other cars, and they're definitely feeling that because that's like the tanky boy they're trying to find around, but it's just not happening at the moment.
Guess what's happening to Dire?
He's queued up that Bloodstone. Pretty typical build on the Bristleback. Does that mean that Aghanims is finished as he respawns? Going to be a bit of mix-up in the fights.
The point booster in his quick buy is probably part of the Bloodstone. Yeah, he's got it now.
Just over a minute left on this Aegis on the Drow Ranger. Arcane Rune there. Are both teams going to go for it? We're all circling this triangle here. Smoke on the Widows. Smoke's popped. They know they're nearby. Arrow comes out. Arrow hits Tom. Tom going to start taking a lot of damage from this sniper. Out goes the Gleipnir. Nothing going to come from it as we come in with that mechanism. I want to... Nope, pipe, sorry. I'm looking around saying, who has this aura item? Everyone's just going to walk away from that one.
Yeah, I think the pipe is there on the side of Breaking Baps and the mech is there on the side of Widows. So you're kind of both right. There was a pipe and there was a mech.
They're going to start putting down some damage on this mid tower. Lunst Valentine just going to try and poke some damage just to maybe say, can you go away, please? And perhaps, nope, they're going to take that tower. They don't want to leave. Maybe aiming to take top. I mean, if we're looking at this tower-wise and map control, definitely still on the side of Baps here. But honestly, a lot of net worth on Widows. I wouldn't put them out of the game yet.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting in this game because like neither team really has a very a hero with like a huge amount of movement. Like it's mostly just Morana with the leaps and the rest of them are just kind of running. So you see these like movement inhibiting skills like Bramble Mace and Pit of Malice just being a huge issue for both teams because it just hinders their movement so much.
Definitely, and they keep putting them down in the same place, so I can't even see who's being held by what. It's just a big pile of heroes right in the middle of the fight.
It's one team by the other.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Yeah, I mean, Widow's here, just sort of letting that top tier 2 go just for the just for a bit of map control, really. Probably a good move by them, as map control is definitely what they're lacking. They're going to take some control of the Radiant jungle here. Possibly going to catch out Griff. It looks like they could be looking for it. Griff maybe going to walk into them, aware of where the Bristleback is. Assumes he's alone, you would think. Luna comes in from behind. Both Mantas go out. Ult comes out from the Luna. Paul coming in from the Underlord. Not going to be in time. Griff's going to go down. Baps going to chase in the hope that they can get something in return for the loss of their carry. Arrow comes out onto Heretic. Heretic left in the back line. It's a bit overworried for the stun. Jonah going to get some damage, but the Underlord's going to pop that blade mail. Bleak just in the back line trying to stop Fuwafuwa even getting involved in the fight. So much damage coming out from that sniper. Now the blade mail's gone. Underlord going to go down. Bristleback trapped by that Winter's Curse. Bristleback goes down. The sniper ult comes out. 3 down for both teams, and both teams got some low heroes left. Heretic gets the heal. I mean, I'd be scared, though. It's still this sniper and this Luna combo just barreling down your bottom lane.
Yeah, so that Bristle kill counted as a deny. It's always an edge case when that happens. Like, if I had to guess, it was probably that, like, the ult timed out while the projectile was in the air or something, so they couldn't credit Wyvern with a kill. But it's very much an edge case when it happens. I didn't know it was still
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've definitely seen it before in, like, other cases, but it's been a long time since I've seen that happen.
I mean, Widow's just going to back off here. I really thought maybe they'd keep the pressure on. Maybe playing it safe. Maybe I'm just in the wrong here.
I mean, all the heroes are up again, so they might just want to take what they got and fall back, because like in the grand scheme of things, they are still behind as a team. It's mostly just BleakGiant lagging behind there on the net worth, behind even the Ogre even ahead of his own team's Underlord right now.
I mean, Ogre with that Midas though, you've got to you got to keep that in mind.
He's going to be making that money. He loves it. Loves all the money rolling in.
Yeah, Ogre the real King Midas. He's got the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. Or at least everything dependent on a percentage chance. The hook shot's going to go out onto the sniper from the clockwork. Blade mail pop. Sniper's going to use that Hurricane Pike to get away. Not enough. Going to get chased down due to the slows. Trapped in the cogs and finished off. BleakGiant looking to come in onto 3 heroes here solo. The TPs are coming in from Widows, but
he's got fence nearby.
Stun comes down on the Fuwa, and again the Hurricane Pike for both mid heroes doing work here. Tom's gonna head out. TP comes in from the Underlord. Everybody's trapped in all the map control. Fuwa putting out damage. BKB pop from Jonah. The Mirana just sitting in the back. Heal goes out. I think they're gonna lose this fight. Underlord goes down. Fuwa goes down. Jonah goes down. Griff doing work here. Tom comes back in. Can he save his carry? The silence comes out. Drow's going to turn. Manages to take down the Bristleback. The Bristleback takes down him. Tom finishes off the Mirana. And he's just going to be left with a very low Dark Willow that he decides he's never going to catch in a million years.
So 8 total kills, like changing hands in that game.
Yeah, what the fuck just happened?
It all started with like a good jump on a sniper, and then all of the other team just showed up and they started fighting. They started killing everyone, and then Griff just like killed like 2 people by himself, and then Clark cleaned up another.
We're in an inch of having a they've all just died fight.
Yeah, I mean this is what I was talking about earlier with like the low mobility heroes in this game. It is just hard for both teams to get like to get like out of range of each other. You've got these Hurricane Pikes and now the concussive grenade on Sniper. Those tools are there, but once they're spent, like both teams just have a lot of trouble getting away from each other. And it also means like one of the big mobility spells in this game, the hook shot, obviously a great tool for getting on top of the Sniper. Because if Sniper was in that fight, you know, like breaking up, Baps are getting wrecked in it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, getting that pick, right at the start and just quick enough. Definitely saved their asses there. We're going to see a Tormentor now at minute 33. I mean, Dire Tormentor still sitting there. We've seen a lot of action up in that lane, but no one left alone long enough, I think, to take that Tormentor. Tormentor definitely not a priority for the Goons from what I've seen this tournament.
Fuwafuwa working up some decent items for himself now. He's got the axe finished as well as the Witchblade. Moving into the Parasma now. That's going to be a lot of magic damage coming out from this Wyvern when that's finished. And obviously the axe itself, just the constant Arctic burn already adds so much to the damage.
Ping goes out onto that AD.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier, like this Luna with the BKB, like almost just cleaned up that fight by herself earlier. The BKB does so much because all of the like movement inhibiting magic stuff suddenly all got.
Yeah, I mean, is Luna the only BKB in the game at the moment?
I would think so.
You'd be right. Only BKB in the game.
Yeah, Griff is coming out right now, so I'm right for about like 5 more seconds.
Still right, and that's what matters. Griff here actually on his own though. Rest of his team nowhere to be seen. Gonna show on lane. This could be problematic. Oh nope, they've got vision. The Underlord TP comes in. They're gonna try and chase down this Bristleback. Are they gonna change for the Dark Willow? Dark Willow going into the void space or whatever you want to call it. Bleak is gonna get caught trapped on that narrow little bridge of land there. He's just stuck, can't go anywhere, and he's just gonna get viciously tickled down by the enemy team.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier, like, it takes them a little bit of time to bring the bristle down, but if there's nobody else around, they are gonna do it and not take a huge amount of damage on the heroes that are actually afraid of it. Like, the only ones that are catching it are the melee heroes that are kind of just built for that anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Attacking Clockwork. He's just landed.
Oh, very nice getting the shard earlier. Yeah, I mean, Lunar Illusions pushing down mid while the rest of the team's occupied elsewhere. Nice bit of just I guess poke damage on the towers, but not really going to do all too much. We are seeing the smoke here from Baps. Baps coming up onto the dire side of the map in the bot lane. Silence goes out. It's going to miss. Arrow comes out. Arrow lands onto Heretic. That's going to keep some stuns out. Hookshot goes in onto the Luna. That BKB hasn't been popped. The ult has been popped. So is the Mirana ult. A lot of damage coming out, but the Mirana goes down. Griff in the back. Griff going to get taken out. That Luna's going to go down. Just a Fuwa just tickling from the back. Coil goes down right in the middle. Tom taking a lot of damage. Bristleback popping that Axe ability. That's going to finish off the Clockwork. Ultra kill on the Valentine. Just got to finish off Fuwafuwa. Rampage!
Yes. I mean, that's the thing in this game, really. Like, if they're not landing the hook shot on the sniper, how are they ever getting on him? And if they're not getting on him, this is gonna happen.
Crazy. I mean, I think that is one of the first fights we've seen where that sniper hasn't been jumped on or picked off. He waddled his way into the back of the team and just said, "Hey, let's see it."
Immediately see the results. Like, they scouted out the sniper at the start of the fight, so I was very much expecting the hookshot to come out on him, but 68-inch spin is actually trying to go for the Luna instead. But yeah, then what are you gonna use to get on top of the sniper? Because you're gonna need to get on top of him to bring him down.
This is true, and having hookshot already gone out. They're going to get this bottom tower for it. Are they going to get anything else? They're going to look for taking Roche at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, things aren't looking amazing for Baps at the moment. A couple of not so brilliant fights, maybe.
Yeah, like these big cores of Widows are certainly coming online now, and like it's the sniper now, but at some point this Luna is also going to get to a point that if you get in on the sniper, then the Luna is going to clean you up just as fast.
The Clockwork Flare comes out, and that gives them vision of the Roche pit, so they know that Widows want to do the Roche. The question is, are Widows going to go back, or are Baps going to push up to find them?
I mean, they're hanging around, but they do not feel comfortable going for it quite yet. I feel like if some heroes show in this mid lane, they are going to go for it. There's the Flare coming out.
Flare comes out to check. They're going to watch it go so that they can maybe just hop in after. Halberd now actually on the on that very, very rich Ogre Magi played by Heretic. I think we're seeing a Shiva's coming out on the Clockwork.
Hero showing in mid, and immediately
another flare.
Widows are going to go for the res.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Baps aware of it, but too far away to do it. No, here comes the Underlord portal. Rochlo, Mirana ult comes out. Down go the Bramble. Ult comes out from the Luna. BKB's popped on Luna, doing so much damage in this fight. Tom going to go down. We have lost Heretic and the Underlord. The Clockwork still standing, but barely. Goes down next. Sniper lost. Luna buys back. Man fighting between the Mirana and Fuwa. Mirana's going to go down on that. We do see BleakGiant go down on the Bristleback, but he did pick up the Aegis as the Roach went down. A lot of damage coming out on the Jonah as Griff gets healed. We are going to see a man fight. Drought pops the high ground. Fuwa takes out Jonah. Jonah takes out Griff, and Fuwa on the run from BleakGiant.
The molly shot from Griff just in the wrong direction. If those aim towards the Luna, that would have been so good. And now they're gonna have to. I mean, there were a lot of buybacks coming out.
Yeah, I mean, a full set of deaths that fight for Widows, but only one buyback. 4 deaths and 2 buybacks on Baps. For what started off as a very slow and timid game, definitely seeing the fights to balance it out now.
Yeah, I mean the Fiend's Gate, like just straight in the middle of them. Obviously, they didn't have much time as the Rose like went down right at the start of that fight as well. But yeah, the Fiend's Gate just in the middle of them looked very scary at the start with them just walking into the sniper fire and the Luna Eclipse. But Griff very quick at just locating and taking out the sniper and then basically just taking his place, shooting people down from afar. Probably what gave Breaking Baps the best chance to fight that back.
We are seeing the pipe now that we were talking about earlier on Widows. It's actually on the Mirana. Probably making more sense. They're going to take the Tormentor. Well, they get a little low. No, not quite too low. Mirana going to get that Axe Shard.
Yeah,
Can't remember what that does. Extra leaps? Projectile leaps.
It used to give him, yeah, it does still give him bonus charge as well. Yeah, there are a lot of good shards on the side of Widows, definitely.
Smoke going out on Baps. They're looking for something. They want to pressure this high ground. After, you know, technically a fight that I think was maybe a win for them. Although 2 diebacks, maybe not. Same amount of deaths on both teams in total last fight. But they want something. They feel they've got the advantage. I think they've got the map control, whether they've taken it or been given it. I think that's an argument that we could have. But they want to get there. They want a tier 3.
Yeah, the win probability is still like about...
Wellyn going to get caught out in the jungle here. Silence goes down. Hook shot used, but doesn't hit because Wellyn's already dead.
He died fast.
I guess you could argue the hook shot was a waste because it didn't get used, but equally if he wanted to use it to kill Wellyn, doesn't matter because Wellyn's dead.
We've got the Daedalus finished up by Lunst by now, so that's even more damage coming out from the sniper. They really need to find and kill him quickly in the fights.
Going into sniper high ground difficult. Tom's going to try and push. He puts the Cox down there just as a bit of a guard.
They do have the Drow Shards, which just makes cheating very trivial.
Bristleback just trying to push out. The rest of the team actually trying to push out. We got Luna bottom. TP's coming back now. Drow did a lot of damage to that tower. BleakGiant pushing out, but he's on his own. Caught by the silence. Luna puts out the arrow. Might have saved Giant here, to be honest. Coil on the Underlord. Caught. Sniper damage coming out. The Force Staff saves him, to be honest. Otherwise, I think he was going to take a few more hits from that sniper.
Yeah, I mean, the Drow Glacier definitely a problem for Widows. Like with the sniper high ground defense, because sniper needs to step up farther than he would like to hit the Drow on the Glacier. And that's going to put him in range of all kinds of stuff like the Bed of Malice that he absolutely does not want to be in.
Yeah, I think definitely an interesting defensive strategy there from Widows. They are going to now smoke, but they leave that sniper behind, knowing that sniper could just do his best, you know, throw out poke damage to say, no, don't come onto my high ground. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, or at least the other 2 cores, just go out and push other lanes.
Yeah, I think that's the best tool they have at the moment to keep them away, because like when they're committing for the push, like the sniper is not going to do much about it.
They're looking for something now. Smoke's going to be popped on Jonah mid as he runs into the Underlord. He's going to back off though and just send in those illusions. That sniper very deep. Is he going to get caught out? Coil caught here. Healed up. He does have the blade mail on, which is going to help him. Drow on the high ground to do extra damage is going to be forced backwards. We are going to lose the clockwork. And the sniper's going to kill his own support. Such a shame there, but as is the Winter's Curse. A lot of damage coming out from this Drow, sitting on her own little iceberg. That's going to be the Bristleback going down. The chase is on. BKB coming out from Fuwa. The slow goes down onto Valentine. He's got his Axe Shard to try and get him away. Not going to be enough. So much damage coming out from that Baps team. 3 deaths to 2. Possible high ground push?
I mean, I would expect so.
Buyback coming out from the sniper and the Mirana. I think that shuts them down pretty solidly there, wouldn't you say?
I mean, it is unfortunate that they don't have the Underlord. I think if they had the Underlord here, they might have just tried to go for it, because again, Griff can just force a sniper out in the open with the Glacier push. And that provides the opportunity for Coil to put down the bit of Malice right on top of him. But without the Underlords, I don't think they're going to go for that.
That's what it's called, Glacier. I've been giving it every name under the sun other than the correct one.
I liked Iceberg.
I mean, at first I'd just gone with popping his own high ground.
It's the instant high ground. High ground in a can.
Yeah. Interestingly, no real save items here on the supports for Baps. We have that Guardian Greaves. That's the closest thing we call, unless you want to call Halberd a save item. I think it's a stretch.
Yeah, to a certain extent you could count Butcher Bearing as well, because it does give a lot of movement speed. But yeah, like with all the slows flying around here, it's going to be limited what that's going to be able to do to run away.
I mean, they can get away with it because of these Hurricane Pikes on 2 of their cores. You know, we've been seeing 4 staffs all over the place. I mean, interestingly, we can definitely see some sort of mirroring from the teams here, just all the way from the draft. Like that sniper and that Wyvern and that Drow into that Luna. Honestly, despite very drastic differences in both their appearance, their models, and their kits, basically playing the same heroes here.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of similarities. Lunst has a Shadow Blade finish now. Is going in for the Silver Edge to get the break online for primarily the Drow, I would expect. Also just allows him potentially to position it a little bit better.
Another Tormentor going to go down. 46-minute mark. Shard coming out onto Heretic. I mean, it's just a nice shard, isn't it? Fire Shield, helpful for his team, maybe. Well, definitely helpful for his team.
Yeah.
Something he can pop on Griff when he gets broken. Maybe also break onto the Underlord. Will that disable his Atrophy Aura?
The Atrophy Aura.
It's a pretty big damage reduction.
I would expect like the Drow is probably the bigger priority at the moment. But yeah, like in a pinch it'll work for the Underlord as well.
Smoke on Baps. They're going to take the portal down. I thought they'd maybe take the opportunity to catch out Wellyn, but obviously only a support. They have seen the cores showing on the bottom lane. Coming in behind here. Yeah, Heretic leading that charge. Bloodlust himself. Drow coming in. Glacier's up. BKB's pop. We're going to see that Luna drop very quickly. Buyback available. The rest of the team has dissipated. TP back from whoever that was in the jungle who I didn't look at in time.
Alright, you've got a rush spawn in 45 seconds. If Baps are in the right place at the right time, they could swoop that up with the death timer that will be left on Jonah.
They could, but I mean, a huge catch, and they've seemed so desperate to get that high ground. Do they try it? I mean, into Sniper?
They could, absolutely could.
We did see that Sniper hold them off pretty convincingly, basically solo earlier, so, I mean... Is it just going to be a wasted 60 seconds?
Tier 3 is like 3/4 of its HP down.
That is true. And we did see Drow take away those 3/4 of HP in one push. Oh! Dodges that arrow by the skin of her teeth.
He is trying to do that here, probably.
Glacier goes up. Fortify comes out. Don't know how much time we've got on Glacier. I'm not that much of a gamer. Mirana doing what she can from the high ground. Malice goes down. Brambles go down. Neither team doing anything with it, really. I mean, Widow's just trying to stall.
5 seconds.
Widow's trying to stall, and Widow's stalling well. They may lose the tower here, but I think it's going to be a fight for the Rex. Sniper putting down a lot of damage. Pit of Malice comes out. Underlord really taking it. Underlord's going to go down before that stun comes out on the rest of his team. Maybe a saving grace. TheBleakGiant on the Bristleback taking a lot of damage. Pops that BKB and they have to run away. Decides to turn back. Clearly a mistake. He takes a lot of damage in that. Loves Valentine. Putting out damage on a Fuwafuwa. We're going to pop the BKB to run away. Tom runs in, drops the cogs. Heretic trapped in the brambles. The racks have gone down. That's a mid-racks down. Hook shot comes in onto the Mirana. Mirana going to leap away after landing the stun. BKB all comes out from Jonah. Middle of that fight. We got Glaives bouncing all over the bloody place. The Hurricane Pike's actually going to save Fuwa and just send Jonah back to base. Stun coming out from the Willow onto Fuwa. Bristleback going to try and run him in. Bristleback Hex. Heretic sitting in the brambles, not sure where to go. Just going to try and get some damage over time down. Heal goes down, Fuwa self-healing. Griff trying to put out some damage with the multi-shot. Silence goes down onto the Willow now trapped in cogs, out of whatever bloody other realm she disappears to. I think that's going to be the fight. Now we can check who died, I guess.
A lot of people died. That's who died.
Buybacks? Do we have any?
We definitely had any.
We got the fight recap. There we go.
Yeah.
Bristleback buyback. That was it.
It's like five. I mean, there was a lot of buybacks in that fight. Or is that? Oh no, that was
just the Bristle.
Those are still from the previous one. Yeah. No, those were the previous one. There was 3 in this fight, I believe. The Bristleback, Morana, and the Sniper.
Haste runes up there. I mean, they got the mid-rex
earlier. Yeah, the Sniper, Morana buyback were earlier.
They got the mid-rex. That's what they wanted. That was the big one. Interestingly, we got timers out for most of Widows now, but a couple not enough gold on Baps. Not maybe saving for that buyback. Maybe going for those fun items or buying out.
And we've got another Silver Edge done on Griff, which is obviously reasonable too against the Bristleback.
Definitely reasonable against the Bristleback, and also just good escape for the Drow.
Going in for the Butterfly now, it looks like on him.
Yeah, I mean we got no dust on either team, I don't think. So these Silver Edges are gonna be very helpful. I think I just saw Shiva's coming out onto that clockwork, or maybe on its way. I believe on its way, at least with the amount of gold it's got.
Yeah.
Refresher shard onto the clockwork along with the cheese. Shiva's just picked up.
Yeah,
oh, refresher shard going onto Fuwafuwa. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, double BKB, double Winter Scars, like.
Yeah, I was thinking double hook shot seemed maybe not so great, like an interesting choice, you know?
Yeah, no, I was just getting out of the pit, but having enough for us seems very reasonable.
Heretic all the way back here, not choosing to TP out. Maybe wants his team to take that outpost, but maybe he's just going to push out the mid lane. I think we're going to see Griff here just glacier up and try and take another tower. Bristleback doing what he can to hold him off. That Ag's coming in handy. Pit of Malice comes out. Bristleback pops the BKB to get away. Tom almost caught on the high ground there by the sniper. Everyone going to make it out fine for now. Luna coming in, drops the stun. Brambles are out. BKB popped by Coil on the Underlord.
Yeah, this is not an easy hold for Widows.
Definitely not.
Into this draw with Aegis, with that Glacier push.
Not to mention Cheese and Refresher Shard available.
Yeah,
Heretic joining the fight. Griff's going to pop that Glacier, get the high ground. Silence on the Bristleback. The tower goes down. There comes the Winter's Curse. Are we going to see that Refresher Shard pop? Winter's Curse not actually able to even kill the Bristleback. If anything, just throwing out a lot of damage from the Quills. Jonah's going to jump in, pop that ult. There's the Aegis going on the Drow. Coil goes down. Heretic barely makes it out. Tom's down 2. Griff comes back, pops that multi-shot. A lot of damage coming out. Fear from the from the Willow. Heretic caught. They're going to chase. We've got a smoke out. Fuwa low. There's that Shadow Blade, or that better Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade 2.0. Griff maybe looking to turn. Oh, Fuwa in vision. Not enough. Griff caught, but no follow-up. Arrow goes out.
Anyway. Bleak wants it. No, he's not going to get it.
Tower goes down, but all in all, would you say a good hold from Widows?
I mean, probably like better than they could have hoped for in a situation like that. I think like taking down the Aegis, not expending any more buybacks, and only losing the tier 3. I think they're happy with that at this point.
Yeah, I'd say especially fighting into that Aegis is huge. Satanic now on Luna.
I was very surprised to see the first Winter's Curse from Fuwa coming out on the Bristle rather than the Luna, because the Bristle had his back turned. He was not taking a lot of damage from that. And
no, just Quills coming out.
Even if the Bristle doesn't hit the Luna super hard, which he does, he has like 400 damage. You're at least like setting up for the Luna potentially in a better way than you were doing now with the Luna just hitting the Bristle.
Morana's starting to build into that Gleipnir. Could be a second Gleipnir for the team. Already got one on the sniper. Buyback status. We've got I mean, we've got buybacks really coming up on everyone now. Bristlebacks are longest away, but I think we're going to see teams wanting to have buybacks before they're going into big fights now.
Yeah, we've got most of the big ones up except the Bristol Mountains, and also Fuwa does not have the money currently for buyback. But he's trying to farm it up.
Net worth wise, Griff's taken the lead now. I mean, a 4K lead over Luna. I mean, overall though, it's pretty back and forth. I wouldn't say either team really. Neither team with a clear gold win at hand here.
You mean like in the last fight?
I just mean neither team is, you know, storming ahead with net worth and money that they're just going to be able to outperform.
I mean, there is an 11k advantage on the side of breaking Baps. That's I would call that significant.
Really, that much?
Yeah.
There's energy all around to harness.
I forget we have graphs. Graphs would be good to use. Yeah, you're very much right. I guess every little helps in this situation, doesn't it? Just all of those little amounts above. Are we going to see something on the bot lane here? Jonah caught out, but it's Heretic. Tom jumps in onto the Willow. Wellyn going to go down. It's a Delta split here from Widows. Bristle one way, Jonah the other. I think Jonah's going to make it back to safety as we actually see the Bristleback TPing in. Going to turn BKB. Ult goes down. Bristleback BKB'd as well. We see the Winter's Curse go down just to hold in place, I think. But honestly, no damage coming out from that. Drow on the high ground over here with a Glacier on the high ground. I think we're going to see Coil go down, feared and brambled. Heretic stuck as well. Bristleback trying to make the dive back onto Fuwa. Griff caught out in vision. He is going to make it away. Tom jumping in to save him. He's going to pop all of his items just to make it out there, I think. And we're going to see the very hasty retreat from Baps here.
Yeah, it looks like the assault from Breaking Baps is finally starting to blunt against the defense from Widows. Even with the buyback on the Willow being expanded, they're obviously being taken out at the start of the fight. They are starting to fight back well against this this aggression from Breaking Baps.
Definitely, I mean, Breaking Baps here just trying to get another axe, but yeah, I mean, it's a very hard high ground to fight into. Luna and Sniper, and not to mention that Bristleback.
Yeah, and they seem to actually have like the decent threats against the Drow and the Glacier now. So that poisonous and freeze it once was.
Cheese still on the clockwork from the last Roche. Bloodstone and a halberd on the Bristleback now. Apologies if we're not doing a great job keeping up on items. I'm not exactly seeing when they're flying out. Monkey King Bar on the Sniper.
Yeah, picking that up to counter the Butterfly and the Drow Ranger.
I hadn't even seen the Butterfly on the Drow Ranger. Thank you very much, Jasper. That helps. I'm looking at it going, where's the evasion here? What's he doing?
Yeah, we've got Satanic Finish now on Jonah as well, so that's going to give him some more room to live in these fights.
Definitely going to be a big
He is
one.
running around with 4.3k HP, like he's a tanky boy.
Another Tormentor going to go down. I also think I missed Dire taking theirs at some point, but I mean, I think Shard's all round at this point, really. Do a quick check. Shard check.
Yeah,
oh, we got a full house!
Love to see it.
It's Shardageddon, baby. No one lacking abilities in this game. Let's get some ags on everyone, you know? Let's make it a real party. I mean, 60-minute items coming in 30 seconds. It doesn't feel like we've been here that long.
No, definitely not. Jesus, I didn't realize it was this late already.
That's shock from both your casters tonight, not realizing that we've been sat here for over an hour now.
That's fine. Like if the game is gonna continue on like this. I'm happy watching it for a little while more, but I didn't realize we're up on the 60-minute items
Oh,
already.
definitely. I love 60-minute items. One of my favorite parts of any game, to be honest. Love it when it gets there. I feel like Baps, though, wanted to go for something before the 60-minute items. Not a call I'd have made, but we got Tom in there very boldly. He's popped that Shiva's. Blade Mail is down. He does still have the cheese. Wellyn taking a lot of damage coming down from the high ground. That Drow just raining fire, so to speak. Or should I say frost. We've got a DC on Coil on Underlord. Uh-oh. Maybe a toilet break? We've just been saying how long we've been here.
Yeah. Maybe they just noticed as well.
Yeah, maybe he's gone,
Jonah,
oh, it's been an hour. Shit, my pizza's burned.
Jonah has found himself a mirror shield during that fight, though.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Where the fuck is Jonah? Has he just been farming this edge camp? Yeah. Mirror shield. I mean, good. Not something I ever pick up. I feel maybe because it's too much of a sensible item for myself. Going to take this pause opportunity to pour myself another drink.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's probably gonna go down to something like the Ogre Magi spells. But like, if you reflective wind discourse with that, you're gonna be very happy.
True, very true. I mean, what tier 5 items are you wanting to see here?
I definitely want to see something like a giant ring on the bristle, just make him even more tanky.
Yeah. I mean, pirate hat on the sniper would be phenomenal.
Jonah's been found. He's gonna go for the BKB.
Yeah, Jonah v
TP out.
Griff, but that BKB in the TP out, he's just gonna leave. Yeah, we got to keep an eye out for the 60-minute items now.
Lunst is definitely trying to farm them up on the side. He's found his. He's got an Apex.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. This is what I was saying about Baps trying to look for something. They don't seem, they either haven't realized or they're not bothered. Are they dropping back now to try and get them? They are. They're going to be sending around that heretic with that Midas and the multicast. Hopefully get something.
Yeah, we've got pirate hat on Griff, which definitely
Apex on the sniper.
Yeah, another pirate hat on Wyvern as well.
2 pirate hats going out.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Do you think that's just going to pressure their gold advantage even further? Digging up those bounty runes.
This is actually the perfect storyline, because you had Captain Griff being replaced by Captain Fuwa and now they're both pirate captains.
Joint pirate captains, or do you think still a mutiny in progress?
I mean, they've both got the hats, so you know they're either gonna have to battle it out, and I don't think they're gonna be doing that in this game.
It is true. The captain of the ship is whoever has the fancy hat. So yeah, I guess we've got a problem on our hands. Although they are going to look for Roach, they're going to join forces at least for now.
There's not a mirror shield picked up by now.
Do a quick check. We've got an Arcanist armor on the clockwork. Very nice for a tank. Another Arcanist armor on the Underlord. There's no fear of wearing the same thing on Breaking Baps tonight.
Absolutely not.
Doubling up on items left, right, and center, and a lovely little Seer Stone to round things off on a Heretic. Meanwhile, on Widows, we got the Mirror Shield on the Luna, just hoping to reflect whatever she can in the fights. Seer Stone on the Willow, lovely support item. Apex on the Bristleback. I guess just a shit ton of strength. You can't turn your nose up, can you? Another Mirror Shield on the Marana, as you were just saying. And another Apex on the Sniper. Not a lot of dupes between teams, but actually, we don't have a single item in the game which isn't there twice in terms of our 60-minute items. Everything doubled up, mostly on the teams, and then we've got our 2 Pos 5s sharing a Seer Stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dub this game now the dual captaincy of Breaking Baps against the Apex Legends of Black Country Widows.
Jesper has spoken as we come to this final fight. All the control going down the same place again. Griff just up on that glacier with that pirate hat, just barreling away at these racks. Luna's going to come in with that ult. The Bristleback charging in as well from the backline. Bristleback healing so much from that Bloodstone. Down goes the Winter's Curse onto the Willow. Bristleback just trying to take out his own Willow. Willow going to go down. Bristleback now trapped in the Pit of Malice. Goes down as well. Notch also going to go down. Tom straight after him. Buybacks coming out from the Bristleback and the Marana. Pit of Malice down again. Jonah BKB doesn't care, but is going to die anyway because Wyvern is just absolutely shitting on him with speed. Buybacks coming out all over the place on Widows. I can't keep up. Bristleback's back in the fight. Does get broken by the Drow. Drow gonna get nuked down by the stuns by Luna. Wyvern goes down. Jonah just sitting there fighting Heretic. Now we've just got Jonah on the Luna and the Sniper just to take out that final hero on Baps. Who was last there? Was it Griff?
Yeah, that was Griff after the Aegis.
Cool. They all get all the status effects, and you can't tell what the fuck the model is anymore.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like a costly hold for Black Country Widows. All their buybacks they had left were expanded for that, but like the results speak for themselves. Like this is the best chance they're gonna get. Unfortunately, the other side of things, Breaking Baps still all have all of their buybacks.
Samo, can you not message me in the middle of the game? Fight recap has gone now, I think. I don't know how to get it back. Oh, is it over here? Nope, that's just items. Who the fuck did we add that? I'm a great caster. All the buybacks coming out now, other than Griff's on Breaking Baps.
Yeah, not all of them. Obviously, Griff's definitely one they were hoping to force with this, but yeah, they can just put the 4 out there and Jonah and Lunst will not be able to keep
I think the presence is enough just to send their enemies just waddling back to their own side of the map. I think I'm gonna have to. Can I turn myself offline? Do not disturb. Is that the option? Do not disturb. Thank you. Right, we'll have to remember to do that before the game next time.
No, I like it. I like it this way.
Getting gooned on my own cast. How could this be?
Oh, we've got a rapier up on Lunst for this. Which, you know, if you're back against the wall, no buybacks left, you might as well.
Oh my god, it's a huge game.
I mean, we've had the well, not exactly the 5-man buyback, but one of the buybacks was down, so close enough. We've had the rampage, and now we've got the rapier. We've got 60-minute items. This game is everything.
This is game 1, people. We've got to do this again. I've had about 4 hours sleep. I was up past midnight yesterday for the game.
All sounds like preference sort of circumstances to me.
It's all worth it for the Goon International, though. All worth it in the caster's mission of every game cast. We're going to see them pushing out this top lane. Tom just going to charge in straight onto that Sniper. Do we think they've noticed the Divine Rapier and they want it? Blade Mail going now. He's just holding the enemy team at bay. Bristleback doing what he can. Pitamalis goes out just to hold that Bristleback out. The Mirana is going to ult. Tom goes down. Oh, cheese on Wyvern. My bad from the last one. Ult going out from the Luna, but nothing really following that up. Sniper's gone down in the back. The Raxa's gone down. The Rax going down is huge. Pitamalis coming out. Fear just to send Baps packing. They hope. Coil caught in the back here. Gonna get stunned. Down goes the Brambles, and Coil's gonna fall before he can even run into them.
So the Rapier has been secured by Noch, so it's still gonna be in the hands of Widows, but they're gonna have to wait for the Sniper to respawn before I can use it again.
Selfish.
Yeah, I mean, the Mirana not the worst one to pick up that Rapier. Right, I'm just going to make a habit, guys, of showing the fight recap, and then if you need it further, you can pause, okay?
So, worth considering that if the Rapier is picked up by your teammate, that teammate won't be able to use it, so all I can do is drop it in the fight and wait for Lunst to respawn and pick him back up.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah,
something I really feel like I should know, but yeah, once it goes down, it needs to be picked up by the enemy team, doesn't it, before it unlocks?
Exactly. Once the Rapier switches like sides, once like it's anyone's game. But while it's still on the same team, it just gets muted for the teammates, and they have to give it back.
So the Rapier stays faithful until it learns of the joys of the enemy team, and then it's just it's a Rapier for anyone. I mean, it's kind of a tragic story for the Rapier, or one of love and acceptance, I guess.
Personally, for the storyline, I feel like the Rapier should end up with either Griff or Fuwafuwa, because then one of the captains will also have a sword, and they'll make them the true captain.
So the true captain is whichever one ends the game with the Rapier.
Yeah, that's the way.
But to clarify, you have to have the full set. You got to have the hat and the Rapier.
Yeah, I don't think Lunst can claim the captaincy just from ending the game with Rapier if they do win it. He's gonna get his hands on a pirate hat somewhere.
Somehow, somewhere.
People are messaging me for you to get buyback status up.
You can ask in the chat, guys. I do keep a vague eye on it. Oh, you did ask in the chat. Okay.
I was gonna say you want to check chat before you say something like that.
Guys, most of you heard the theme song. Jesper's the smart one with the stats.
And if you've played with me, you know that doesn't mean much.
It just means my knowledge is particularly bad. I'm pairing myself with people with better knowledge than me to cast on purpose.
Right, so Lance is back, but he hasn't picked his rapier back up. Just gonna keep it safe in the fountain for now while he's dealing with his creeps.
So do you think he's decided that the rapier is maybe too risky an item at this point? Just lucky to have not lost it there? I mean, Boot's still in his backpack. He's ready to pick it up. Maybe on retreat to his base so that he can just, fire out from base while they attack the Ancient.
Yeah, he's probably just saving it for like the tier 4 defense at this point, because like they're up against Megas already. Nothing else really matters. Kind of like Metallica.
Griff gonna pop the Shadow Blade, or sorry, the Shadow Blade 2.0 as we're calling it. Bleak gonna get caught out, but he's BKB'd. He's not gonna get helped by anything. He is gonna get the Shivas off, but it's not really gonna touch anyone. Maybe a little bit on Fuwafuwa. Currently, just a lot of artillery being fired from the backlines. No one taking a lot of damage. Jonah looks like he's just waiting on the sidelines for his opportunity. They really want to draw Baps in here so they can get everyone. Coil taking a lot of damage from that sniper. The Luna ult cast on.
Got a rapier back.
Cast onto his teammate to be fired off. We are going to lose the Willow, but also far. That fire shield seems to be doing a lot of work. Fuwafuwa caught out here, unable to get down the cliff, it seems.
That's a big
He's
kill.
going to go down to the lot of damage. The smoke is out. Are they going to catch Griff? Griff invisibility saves him. Yeah, no detection again. Pure Malice goes down. That is going to catch the Marana, but Fear onto Heretic, and we do lose the Clockwork there. Damage coming out from there. The Glaciered Drow Ranger, which is going to take out the Marana.
But they did not lose the sniper with the rapier, so
they didn't lose the sniper with the rapier, and they didn't lose the tier 4. Sniper looking for another item now. Looks like it's going to be a Satanic.
Dyer's mid tower won't last much longer.
If he can work out how to finish it. Nope. Oh, nope, it is a Satanic. He's moving his inventory around. Griff comes in, just going to Glacier. He manages to take out that tier 4 and just walks away with nothing happening to him.
Yeah, the bleed is definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Baps just able to tickle us down, basically. Yeah, Jonah not wanting to leave that last tower. He wants to be up to stop that Drow Ranger from coming in and just finishing it off. I mean, this Drow Ranger hitting pretty hard now.
Yeah, definitely still a threat, even in the face of this rapier sniper.
I mean, just the attack speed alone is insane.
Yeah, these double pirate hats are doing so much work just because both the Drow and the Wyvern are just shitting out damage.
We've got coaches in the chat now trying to send messages to their team.
Apparently Lance is fired, so we're gonna have to stand in for the next game.
Heretic here, just going to take a bit of damage. Cole going to step in to say, Bristleback, you can't have my support. And everyone's just going to walk away. No issues. We're going to see full teams come up here. 72 minutes into this game 1. The illusions get Gleipnirs. One of 2 Gleipnirs, though, and a short cooldown, so not really an issue. I mean, I'm running out of things to say here. There's other than waiting for buybacks or farming them up, is there really items left to get? I mean, maybe only 5 slots on the supports, but every other hero is pretty locked in, I'd say.
So here's a fun little tidbit. Out of the heroes on Radiant, no one has a customized effigy for their hero.
They may have skins. Actually, the Wyvern doesn't even have a skin. I mean, did you say no custom effigies on Radiant?
Yeah, but like you get a default one for everyone now.
Oh,
Like, these
right,
are just
okay.
the default passes.
Hey, I haven't changed my effigy since effigies were added in that
Yeah,
that compendium
I
all
can't tell
those
for
years
Widows
ago.
because the only one they have left is Wellyn's. The rest have already been destroyed.
So really, is the shade onto Baps for having no fancy effigies, or is the shade onto Widows for having no effigies left?
I mean, if they end up winning this game, I definitely think Fuwa has like lived up to their reputation of like off meta pick, no skins, no custom effigy. You know, he's just exuding that energy.
Oh, I was just going to suggest that he deserves some shade for the skinless pick.
Well, yeah, but like at some point, if you've got like no cosmetics at all and you're doing just like a weird pick like this, like I kind of respect it again.
I mean, we got to keep in mind skins don't mean wins, but skins do buy clout.
That's true.
Scan goes out onto Roche for the Dire team. They know no one's there, but I don't think they can go and take it. Meanwhile, where Baps actually are is all sitting smoked, just looking for an opportunity. The arrows come out; they are going to get arrowed, but still smoked up and not in division. Sending up the Drow illusions just to work it out. I do sometimes think, should you just send up one illusion? It's more convincing. You know, maybe they just play the, oh no, Griff's lost his mind.
Yeah, I think they're gonna figure that out pretty fast. Like when the Drow isn't killing you in 3 shots, it's probably not a real one.
I mean, definitely a stalled game. Neither team really sure what to do. I say not sure what to do. Widow's not really with a lot of options here. They're just waiting for the inevitable fight to come, and then they're going to try and win it.
I mean, Baps has just remembered Roshan is in this game.
But yeah, Bab's going to head up to Roshan. I mean, I don't think it's going to give much opportunity to Widows, but it may win the next fight. We have seen Baps multiple times this game go into a fight with the Aegis and come out losing. So,
yeah, I mean,
no guarantees, really.
Let's see if Widows can make it happen again.
Roche dropping fairly quick, but... Oh, Griff wasn't there, that's why. I was going to say, not quite as quick as I maybe would have hoped. There's a banner and an Aghanim Scepter. The Aghanim Scepter not needed on Fuwafuwa. Who's he going to give it to?
Everyone has it at this point, so it's just
they
like
all have Ags.
getting the retail value at this point.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess good to know. Aegis going in for the Satanic over the BKB. Interesting choice, I think. I would have thought the common option would have been to swap out your BKB, then knowing you had BKB on respawn.
Yeah, it's a good point by Thyme in chat. The flapping going on when this Wyvern is attacking with Pirate Head is very fun.
Any hero with wings is a fun hero to have a lot of attack speed. I mean, Viper is a classic. Griff invisible here. Just looking to get... Nope, he's going to hit a couple of creeps. I mean, he has the Aegis, but I'm not sure he wins him the fight. He could win him the tower. A lot of damage going on the BleakGiant. Brambles go out just to stop the push. Sniper getting that poke damage out. Oh, more than poke damage. Sniper getting a lot of damage out, but Tom's going to jump in with the hook shot. Cogs go down. There's the Pit of Malice. The Underlord Portal actually coming out onto the high ground just to get them into place. Tom forced all the way back with his jetpack, almost dead. We lose the Underlord, who very boldly TP'd in. Sniper stuck. Sniper put under the Winter's Curse just to hold him. Sniper get a lot of damage. Flap, 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 flap. Luna ult comes out. The Drow's going to go down. The Luna's going to go down. Rapier on the floor. Griff up, picks up that Rapier with his empty slot, and he's gone, I've got a Rapier, I'm out here. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
There are actually 2 Rapiers in play.
There are 2 Rapiers. However, currently, Griff is the ultimate pirate captain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Jonah's Rapier.
It was. Jonah bought himself one. Going to be interesting in the net worth at the end. In Vision, Griff's going to go down for a second time in this fight, and the Rapier is available. Fight recap quickly for anyone who wants to pause on it. There you go, it's gone. I'll maybe bring it back in a second. Rapier back. Oh, not back onto... onto Luna, who's dead, but back onto the Mirana.
holding his for now. I think he's trying to put it down, but no, you can't.
You cannot put it down. That rapier is your rapier now. The rapier chooses the hero. Griff, the Drow Ranger, pirate captain, no more. It's all to play for. Game 2 forfeit. Can the casters forfeit game 2? Is that an option? I think there should be a rule. If the game goes over 100 minutes, the game 2 has to be ability draft.
I mean, I am down for a rule that game 2 has to be ability draft in every series. I like to see people miserable.
Yeah, I mean, Widow's trying to get a bit of a push here. 2 heroes dead for both sides. Widow's going to come back up just first, but I mean, it's pretty comparable. We're carrying a pos 5 dead on both sides.
Yeah.
But I'm scared of that sniper, but I'm still scared of that wyvern. I don't want any of them showing up at my house in the middle of the night.
Yeah, there's no buybacks being forced on the Radiant side this time around, so
yeah,
there's gonna be a fight now where Sniper does not have buyback and all of Radiant heroes do.
Exactly, but everybody else does have buyback. Well, other than that Luna, but that Luna will have buyback very shortly, I would assume. But no rapier. That BKB's there's a javelin in her inventory. What's she building? Monkey King Bar.
Yeah.
So she's decided, I've had a rapier. It was fun, but I think we move on to something else now. Or maybe it's just in the hope that Morana's going to die in front of her and she can nab that rapier back. I think truly just seeing that rapiers must be earned, not bought.
I mean, to a certain extent, like having the rapier on the Morana isn't even the worst, because that solar flare is going to give her a lot of attack speed to go with it. So if she can get the hits off, like, that damage is going to be there.
Honestly, I'm just looking at this Willow's items now. I've switched over to the net worth, and very low net worth. Scan's going to go out onto the Dire Jungle. And speaking of the Willow going to get caught out here, and that net worth is going to keep dropping. Hookshot missed, but I don't think it's going to mean much. The Willow's going to go down very quickly. She did. I mean, buyback available, but still advantage Baps. Not a huge advantage. As I say, that Willow only actually about 15k net worth, about 50% of anyone else in the game, I think. Not to throw any shade in the slightest. I mean, pos 5, usually your hardest hero to buy on. And your enemy pos 5 being able to carry a multicasting Hand of Midas for the majority of the game, you know, you're kind of going to look bad there.
And let's be honest, you're not going to get much more net worth.
Creep's pushing in, no towers. Sniper going to put out a lot of damage onto Fuwa. Tom goes in. Is he going to pop that BKB? He is. The Sniper's not going to get a lot of shots. Cogs push back. Shivas go out. Bristleback pushing in. Pit of Malice down in fucking 3 locations somehow. That Sniper is going to go down to damage over time. Rapier on the floor just outside the base. Is he going to get picked up? Jonah's going to go down as well. TheBleakGiant trying to hold on. Buyback's coming out. Rapier picked up by Jonah. So much damage coming out from both teams. Ult going out onto the Heretic.
It's going down. Oh, there's a Glyph.
Glyph comes out just barely in time as Widow's trying to hold on here. Baps pressuring the base. The fight is irrelevant. Buyback's irrelevant. As that Ancient's going to go down to creeps and a bit of damage from everyone else. And there's just a little rapier sitting on the floor there just to mark what a game this has been.
Did I do that?
Okay, so the real question is, did either of the captains end the game with a rapier in their inventory?
That is what we're going to need to find out, right? Let's see what we're working with then.
And the answer is no. Neither of them has a rapier, so we still don't know the true captain.
We will never know. We will never know. I mean, it's got to lean Griff. He did have that rapier at one point, but is it more embarrassing?
That's true. He did hold a rapier.
Is it worse to have had and lost than to have never had it all?
It's a good question.
I mean, the rapiers at the end there, ending up on who? We're missing a rapier.
Yeah, there was one on the floor.
Oh yes, that's right. I pointed it out at the end of the game. Very silly of me. Very silly of me. Oh, I mean, let's just take a quick look at the graphs here. I want to see the. Where's my graph
the hero
that I'm
damage
looking
from
for?
Fuwafuwa coming out in that game dealt more damage than Griff and Coil combined.
Player net worth. I mean, that drought just skyrockets at the end. I say at the end, that Drow skyrockets at about 42 minutes.
From about 40 minutes, yeah.
But 42 minutes was halfway through the game. So,
yes.
I mean, damn. A little bump there from Fuwa at the end. I mean, we definitely just see that Luna trail off. I think trapped in base, maybe deaths. I'm not too sure. Like, Drow negated a lot of deaths there with Aegis, actually. I say a lot. Can only have been about 3, but feels like a lot. God, I don't even know what to expect from Game 2.
No, it's. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because, like, as we were discussing before, like these were 2 very similar drafts with very similar game plans. So I would imagine, like, with any changes in the heroes, the next game might look completely different.
Oh, I've been invited to a lobby. Sorry, sorry, Kieran. We're still fucking about over here. Toggle broadcast channels.
We've got all the time in the world. We're not on time pressure.
Do I need to create a new channel? It toggles back to the last thing I named a broadcast channel. So yeah.
Wait, why didn't pull me in?
I'm just gonna change this name.
That was a good name. That was a great name for a channel.
It definitely wasn't named Just Twats. Let's take another look at this damage, though. Damage dealt, hero damage. Oh my god, holy hell. Fuwa coming out massively on top in terms of hero damage.
Yeah, it was more damage than the Underlords and the Drow combined.
Yeah, I mean crazy. I mean, Sniper nearly at 100k, but Fuwa even 30k ahead of 35k ahead of that. I mean, just mental. Building damage. I mean, obviously gonna go to Drow.
It does so much damage once it got the items.
Drow did more building damage than I think about 5 times. Well, not quite 5 times. 4 times their enemy team put together. I mean, insane. Absolutely insane. Kills. Deaths. I want to see the deaths, actually. Who are we looking at for most deaths here? Because that was a long game. Honestly, no crazy amounts of deaths. 15 on Notch and 14 on BleakGiant, but you know, for an hour and 20-minute game, I'd be surprised it wasn't more. Oh, yeah, fuck me, you better not.
Surprising. Also just because, like, it wasn't like there were, like, a very low amount of total kills in the game. It's just mostly very evenly spread around.
Yeah, honestly, a very even game. I mean, we definitely said that it was going the way of breaking Baps early on, and I think they held it convincingly for the majority of the time. However, you know, not an easy fight. They didn't, you know, they went down swinging, and
oh yeah, they made him work for it for sure.
It's a very good hold at times, you know. I will say I'm not sure I ever saw them coming back.
I mean, there definitely was a point where I could have seen it. Like, there were some pushes on the bottom racks that were blunted slightly by Widows. Like, if one of those fights just went horribly awry for Baps, I could have potentially seen it.
Yeah, I'm not saying impossible. I don't think even sort of without meaning to. I don't think I was holding out hope there. I don't think I thought, no, there's a chance they bring this back. It could go either way. I think it felt like this goes wrong if Baps really fuck this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was always like a factor in the comeback for Widows, like around 40 minutes in that game.
Ty says, with these betting my channel points are potatoes. With these betting potatoes, I can now buy a farm and island. Excellent.
Very cool.
I think a few fights, just that Luna going down in the fight means
real estate.
It's free real estate.
I mean, it's not free. He's gonna buy it.
Oh, Baps requested a brief break. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, fuck me. We've got more time to fill. I'll just play the song again. It'll be fine. No. Yeah, I think the Luna went down a couple of times, which then meant that the push maybe wasn't as strong coming back. We may have briefly lost Jesper. Oh, Jesper! We haven't lost the stream. Chat, you're still there, right? It's him, not me. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure it's him, not me. Let's just go back to looking at the stats. Oh, he's back! Is he back? He moved. Jesper? Jesper, don't go towards the light.
I can hear you again now.
Yes, we got you. We got you.
Yeah, there you go.
I was
Very
panicking. It was
cool.
me that had gone and the stream was going to go with it, but I think we were okay. We got a little light on your mic there.
I just died for a little bit there. Oh, that's just like a light showing whether it's like on or not.
Oh, so we know if your mic's on or not.
Yeah, but it also like if I keep it in the right position, I can just kind of look down and see if I'm muted or not. That's why I was checking it when you weren't hearing me, just in case it was that bow was on.
I assumed it was like a little torch so that you could see your snacks in the darkness or something.
You're really overestimating how much light is for lights. There's just not enough light to see my snacks.
Overestimating or overly hopeful. You know, it could be either. It could be either. Are we good? Are we good to go?
Looks like Baps are ready again. All right, let's have another one of those 80-minute games.
Oh god, I thought I was going to get to bed at a reasonable time today.
80-minute games.
God, we're all the way back to the draft again. It feels like we did this just an hour and a half ago.
It's just a little Groundhog Day moment. Don't even worry about it.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what would be an excellent meme from both teams here? If they just did the exact same bans and picks.
Radiant team.
Personally, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I want to see Fuwafuwa pick up Konka in this game just to establish who is the real captain.
Oh, now that would be a bold move. That would be a bold move. Griff back on the draft this time, assuming no TC.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Breaking Baps are like equally aware of like the captain rivalry as we are. So,
so first ban and first pick going to Black Country Widows this time. Clockwork ban coming out. First targeted ban. The other two just Dazzle and Sanking bans we saw last round. They don't want to deal with that Clockwork again though.
Yeah, I can imagine why. That was very annoying for like that was usually what got them the drop on the sniper, because it was basically the only thing with mobility in the game.
Honestly, from what I've watched, like, you know, I don't want to say the best Clockwork in the Goons National so far, but a very good Clockwork play. I have just remembered myself those few hook shots just thrown into open space, but you know what they say, you miss every hook shot you don't take.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody remembers the missed hook shots. They just tip you and then you move on.
I remember them all. But then again, anyone can just pick up any of my Pudge games if they want to talk about missed hooks. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't sit too hard on that one.
Well, you had a decent amount of them in the game on Sunday.
True, but I watched that game back, and as you predicted, I lived up to my word as you asked me to.
True. Yeah.
Hit my hooks in lane, hit nothing fucking else, mate. Oh, that's a really fun game though. Actually, it's just nice to play Pudge again, you know.
We've got I mean, when I saw the Pudge coming out, I knew it was like, oh, he's got to be epic playing this.
10 seconds remaining.
What can I say? There's no question who's the captain on my team.
Dire team pick.
Rule with an iron hook.
Willow's been taken away this game as well for by breaking Baps.
Interesting. Yeah.
That again.
Abaddon coming out. Have we had an Abaddon yet in the Goons National? I want to say no.
It has been picked.
Oh. I haven't seen it picked. It must have been last night.
Yeah, I'm just checking how many times. Abaddon has had precisely one game, which was a win.
Second game for Abaddon then, and is it going to be a second win? Could we see a 1-1 here from Black Country Widows?
Actually, got a early Zeus pick coming out from Breaking Baps. potentially a little flex. Maybe put it on the 4, maybe take it mid if the game looks right for it.
I really just want to see heroes we haven't seen yet in the international.
Griff is taken away from Baking Baps as well, so they're gonna have to move to a different carry this game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I just want to see the teams be bold, you know? Play the stuff that you want to play. Play the stuff that's going to be fun. Play the stuff to get you noticed. Don't just pick the meta picks. That's not what we want to see.
I mean, a lot of these meta picks are getting banned out, so they don't have much of a choice in the meta on that one.
Well, I guess that's something. There's got to be more than it's got to be more than 14 meta picks though at the moment, surely.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, what's the hero pool in Dota? Like, what, 120 or something?
I think it's exactly 120 or something.
No fucking way. Because I'm straight up guessing. I've no idea how big the player pool is. I'm just picturing the screen, you know?
That's why I included or something in it, because it might not be.
Luna coming back, but this time on the opposite team. Is this styling? Is this saying, don't worry, we'll show you how to play it?
Oh, Windrunner. Spicy.
Windranger banned last time. We are going to see that Storm Spirit ban again. Don't know if that's targeted. Underlord and Drow bans are going out, along with Naga and Visage. Visage a ban again that was taken last game. Vengeful Spirit has been played in the International. I know at least once. I'd want to say a couple of times, to be honest. I mean, great hero, great support, really.
I mean, very popular supports in International for a reason. Just very reliable.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm enjoying that. I think we're seeing there's a pressure on the teams to pick some of their cores earlier. Or pick some of the heroes that most teams would be worried about getting countered, but just getting them out because they know they're going to get banned or picked. Have we maybe got two teams with similar playstyles here? Is that really what's going on? That's why they hold out against each other for so long. I mean, it's like we said it a couple of times last game. It's basically the same draft.
That's the Centaur.
I'm very happy to see the Centaur. I very much enjoyed watching the Centaur. So much so, I think I'm going to have to have a few goes at playing Centaur. Nope. Apologies for the audio issues.
Unless there's going to be a clock pick still to come.
There's no clock.
That's a bleak.
Clock was first banned.
That's a bleak hero right there.
Earth Spirit.
Yeah, he was. So we're still gonna have a tie in the most played heroes because Clock and Centaur were both up there, and they both have one extra.
Both have been played tonight. Yeah. Interesting. So that Earth Spirit's likely to be.
5 seconds.
Well, I mean,
bleak.
it could be there.
That's really bleak.
Yeah.
Bleak loves that hero. Yeah.
Ah, that's why you said it's bleak. I thought you were just saying it's bleak as in, oh, that's a bit bleak. You know, like.
Oh no!
Like down.
I mean, bleak is definitely playing it. Yeah.
Dire team ban.
Picking Venge. Ugh. I mean, we were saying, you know, don't bet these meta heroes, but I mean, Venge is fun to see. The swaps, it's going to throw a spanner in the works for me. I'm not going to have any fucking clue where the heroes are going. They're just going to be charging around, getting swapped all over the place. Kicked.
I mean, generally, the swapped hero is going to go towards the place where the Venge was.
That's true. That's true. That means I've got to keep track of where the Venge was, though. So final bans, we're going to see that Sniper get banned, Lena again. And Quat banned, but then also that Wyvern. So that Wyvern and that Sniper out of the game now.
So this might be a Lunst Windrunner instead of Jonah, and Jonah taking the Ursa.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the way around it is. And then what, a 4 Abaddon and a 5 Venge?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I expect so.
I mean, yeah.
Or the other way around with sports. You could kind of throw these any way you want.
I mean, yeah, it's an interesting draft in that sense. Like, there's a lot that could go in a lot of places, and it's very different to last game, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely more of a run at 'em draft than
run and gun, bunch of brawlers. We're seeing that Ogre Magi coming back again for Baps. So I'm guessing Heretic's going to be picking that up again. You know, I always feel when drafting in the International, like going into game 2. Maybe it's just me. I feel there's this pressure to pick different heroes. I don't know if it's wanting to like show that you can play more than one hero, wanting to just give more interesting games, or worrying that like it's gonna do exactly what it did last time if you lost the game.
personally, the feeling for me is that if you stay too much the same, you're running the risk that the other team like has a better idea of what they were missing in the previous drafts and will like draft against you more because they knew what like your draft was bringing last game.
Also a good point, yeah.
That's usually the way, but I'm terrible at drafting, so I don't know if good drafters actually think like that.
Again on Baps, a lot of the bonus time going down the reserve time. This time Griff on the Griff at the wheel, so it definitely wasn't Fuwafuwa's fault last game, I don't think.
Yeah.
Gonna see a last second pick here. I mean, at this point, I think you just run down the clock just to build the suspense, you know?
Fred did say that it was going to give the team an Art of War quote.
Here we go.
The last game, so maybe he's chosen a really long one.
They are running down the clock. 2 seconds remaining, and it's going to be a tiny. I think an interesting choice. I wasn't expecting the tiny. Do we think that's a tiny 4?
It is mid, absolutely.
It is a mid tiny. That was going to be the other option. He's Tiny and Zeus. They could switch places. They could go either way, you know? Skins almost all round. That's a base skin tiny, isn't it?
Fuwafuwa just not on top of the
not a man of skins. If anybody would like to donate a skin to Fuwafuwa, I think it could be a good move. Poor little guy just running around naked as it is.
This fan skin on NochUK is very pretty though. I like that.
It is. I'm just looking at this BleakGiant skin. Like, fuck me.
Like,
that's
like
regal in the most jungly sense.
I have to say that. Is it like snake as a like neck accessory is a good choice. I have a snake like that on my witch doctor.
I don't like that Zeus skin.
I think it's okay. I like.
I think it's so common now. Everybody has it.
Well, yeah, but that does make it worse. Would you rather see the base use model?
Am I wrong that there's no collector's cash skins here?
I don't know. There's so many.
No fresh skins. Anyway, maybe what we should be talking about. What do we think of the drafts?
They're definitely drafts.
And everybody, that was Jesper. He's the smart one.
No, but what I'm...
Is this the insightful wisdom that the song told us about?
I think so. What I'm definitely seeing from Widows in this game is just a lineup that is aimed at just like out-tempoing this Luna pick. Like they're going to be trying to run at her and put the pressure on her and hopefully like being able to fight through what she brings before she gets to a point where you're just not able to fight into it anymore.
We haven't got a prediction up.
Of getting tied in this game, I think, but there are definitely solutions for that.
Widows, Baps. Sorry, guys, trying to quickly get the prediction up. This is what happens when you end up running your own stream. Nope, because that says Team Solid Baps, and that says Too Hot for Dota Widows. Right, there you go. The prediction's up. Let me get back to the game as quick as I can. The fight's already in place. We're actually going to have a fight over runes this time. Crazy. Stun goes out onto Griff. That's going to be confusing because he's now on the Luna. Tiny Stun comes out onto 3. BleakGiant trying to get what damage down he can. Griff only at half health. Actually, Jonah going to take a lot of damage now. Shield comes out from Abaddon. Arrow comes out from the Wind Ranger. Both teams just going to back off. Oh, no. Notch caught out in the corner. It's looking dodgy. It's looking very dodgy as they just slap down that poor vengeful spirit in the middle of the woods.
Didn't give the high five to Fuwafuwa there. That was kind of sad.
Fight recap if anybody needs it, but a lot of spells out. Only one death, but that's first blood.
There's more to come.
I think we're just going to see the runes go, and they're just going to waddle away on that one. So Griff, Fuwafuwa, Jonah D go the bounty runes. So 2-1 at the moment. And that is going to be that final rune picked up by Jonah going the way of Widows there. I think we were 2-2 there on runes. Was that right? I mean, how am I supposed to know who's on whose team? We've only been watching them for over an hour.
Exactly. No, but Jonah picked up 2 for Widows, and the other 2 went the way of breaking Baps. Which makes sense because they were mostly fighting over the top ones. So Jonah being able to pick up the bottom 2 more or less uncontested is pretty reasonable there.
Definitely. I mean, what are you thinking of these lanes? I think Fuwafuwa feels like he's going to take a lot of harass here.
In pretty much all of the lanes than last game. Like, I could see any of these lanes landing a kill given the situation.
I think we're definitely looking at a faster paced game here. I'd be a little worried about Griff keeping up his farm to get in the game quick enough. Or his team holding on long enough for that, you know?
He's dropping pretty low.
I think, as we said last game, we saw quite a slow game early on. Both teams pretty similar heroes, really, in terms of what they were bringing to the table, and that didn't break the way of Widows. So if Widow's now gone and said we're gonna take this fast, we're gonna go for this. Don't know what's happening in the chat. Something about the predictions. I did try and get one up last second.
Might go down. Oh no! Yeah, there you go.
Heretic goes down in the bottom lane as we're worrying about the predictions.
Looking to pick some kills up after this though, but BleakGiant got there all the way.
Yeah, I mean, Coil's pretty safe in lane, really.
Now getting messages for you to show fantasy points if you'd just like to share those.
You want to see what, sorry?
Fantasy points.
Oh. What the fuck is this?
It's a feature they turn on like when there's a tournament going on, is the way I understand it. But yeah, Fuwafuwa doing well on fantasy points.
I have no clue what I'm looking at here. Can we have it as a graph? No, we can't.
Looking at fantasy points.
Let's switch back to those last hits and denies just to see. Mid lane, obviously going ahead. I mean, just a bit of an easier time, 1v1.
Yeah, more denies coming out from Lunst this time around.
Definitely. I mean, we didn't see a lot at all last game, did we?
No, but in the range versus melee matchup, obviously a lot easier to get those done for the Windrunner there.
Yeah. I know we were talking about kill potential in the lanes, and we definitely saw that come out for Baps in the bot lane. For Widows in the bot lane. But I have to say, I'm not sure I'd want to be this Ursa trying to farm up here. It feels like an aggressive lane to be sitting in trying to get last hits, you know?
Yeah, at the same time, he is definitely keeping up so far still. Like with the athletic shields and the heals from the Abaddon, you still got like a lot to like in a defensive way against the breaking Baps heroes as well.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot of sustain there. BleakGiant actually backing off to heal, going all the way back to base. Notch now sitting in the lane on his own. A little bit risky. Definitely going to have to hang back. He's going to stop them trying to get that pull. I don't think they were going to get it anyway, but...
He's just trying to get as much of the XP as he can. Well,
I think he's trying to get as many high fives as he can.
Yeah, I mean, that as well, which is like the thing to strive for. Got the high five with the tower here, so not the best target, but you know, it's what it is.
You got to get your high fives where you can, you know. Already a level ahead here on Lunst Valentine. I mean, Fuwafuwa are about to catch up, but yeah, about a half a level difference here in the mid lane already. Definitely because of those denies.
Oh, Griff being pushed back by Bleak here, but he's managing to find his position again.
Yeah, I think Griff's in a fairly strong position. I think bringing back that Ogre Magi on Heretic, clearly a hero he's confident on, and definitely gives them some good lane oppression.
Yeah, definitely has a laning presence there.
And I mean, we also saw his net worth rocket last game, so I mean, definitely a bonus on that.
Yeah, if he gets some Midas at a decent timing, that he's going to be good for most. Oh, Wellyn going down very fast to the Centaur Zeus deal from breaking Baps there.
Down the bot lane once again. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's Centaur and Zeus. I mean, it's a lot of damage, and there's not much you can do to that Centaur. All that Zeus has got to do is stay out of arm's reach.
Bleak building straight into the Spirit Vessel, it seems. Definitely knows what items he's looking for in this.
Yeah, I mean, a good pickup into sort of quite a tanky enemy team, really. Breaking Baps really holding a lot of HP in this one.
That's the Zero Spirit already going to be dependent on some damage over time anyway, of course.
We're seeing Tom start to do those rotations that he loves. I mean, we're seeing the big bonus of the Zeus support being the dewarding. Sentry is not required. He's going to head back. He only came down to help secure that 6-minute rune. Which they didn't... Oh, no, they did get. They got that on Fuwafuwa. Invis rune on Fuwafuwa, ready to go whenever. Jonah just doing his best to bully the Centaur out of lane, but honestly, I think taking an equal amount of damage, if not more.
Lunst definitely securing a sizable lead here in this mid lane so far.
Yeah, doing a great job. I mean, I think this issue with Tiny really is, although strong on the ganks and decently strong sometimes in lane, it's a very slow last hit animation, even if it is a lot of damage.
Obviously, he's probably gonna depend on like some rotations he may be able to make when he gets some levels. Coil goes down in the bot lane too.
Shit, this bot lane's got a lot of activity we keep missing.
I mean, I was watching it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I say we, but yeah. Tom backing up here. He's going to go grab that wisdom rune. We're going to see the same from Notch. While Notch is grabbing that, Bleak's going to have to back off, taking a lot of damage. It's again that damage over time that we were seeing last game. Still causing problems.
But as long as Bleak has that rolling boulder up, neither of these heroes are just going to be able to block it very easily. So he's just going to be able to get away with that every time. They're going for Griff now.
They're going to try and take Griff. They do get the silence and the slow. A stun comes out. They're going to dive him under the tower. TP coming in from the Tiny. The ult goes out from Griff. That's huge. A lot of damage. He takes down the Giant. Fuwafuwa coming in. Gets the stun on the Vengeful Spirit. And even Heretics there to get involved as Griff picks himself up a double kill.
That was very nicely played by Griff, getting the, like, popping the wand on the tower, getting a big heal that Bleak and Noch were not ready for.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to suggest it was really big, and I look over to the last hits and denies. We are seeing a fight down bot. Coil going to go in onto Wellyn on the Abaddon, and they're just going to go for fighting each other's supports as Jonah takes down the Zeus. Valentine coming in for a gank here onto the Centaur. Taking a decent damage from the return, but nothing huge. They are going to take down that Centaur now on the bot lane. Double kill down here. Was that both kills to Jonah, or both kills to Jonah? So mirroring what happened on the top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
Yeah, I mean, as I was going to say before that the Luna would need to pick up that to really boost the net worth, but it's actually just the mid laner that's on the enemy team that's ahead of the Luna in terms of last hits. So tower goes down on bot for the Dire. Coil comes in, gets the stun. A lot of heroes down here. Fuwafuwa coming in, huge damage. Great toss. Yeah, not a lot of mana. They are going to pick off the Vengeful Spirit, who's just a bit stuck out of position there. Maybe ran the wrong way, or maybe did it to save a teammate. But more rotations coming down. Baps definitely looking to fight.
Much room to work around in.
Stampede comes out to get the teammates in. Valentine now out of mana and very low, but does manage to get the stun and the damage off. We see the Zeus fall. Now going to see the turn from Widows. Coil coming in from the back. A lot of damage out onto Jonah. We're going to see that missed Coil. Keep him alive.
Fuwafuwa does not have a lot of mana here, though. Was not able to toss there onto a Lunst, or they may have gotten that kill just by tossing the body of the Zeus at him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe needed a tread switch.
Potentially, I wasn't watching that. That may have been enough to get him the mana.
Every little helps.
Middle tower may need a hand.
Courier getting rediverted there. I did think it was going to get quiet. Illusion Rune bot just being held for Fuwafuwa, who's in desperate need of that bottle. Last hit wise, Jonah definitely fallen behind. I guess because he's had a pretty aggressive lane to play against. They're trying to help him catch up though now with kills. They're going to go in on Coil again. Tom's going to come back to try and save him. No tower there, but they are going to stop the push, deciding that they've probably used all their abilities that they can on that. Two couriers coming in. Heretic's going to look. He's not going to get there in time. Is he going to manage to get the advanced courier? No, Wellyn's going to redivert that. If we switch over to the net worth here before we miss a fight.
Yeah, net worth right is looking a lot better for Jonah. He's like 300 behind the Luna, which obviously at this stage of the game he's going to farm faster until Jonah gets Battle Fury.
I mean, better for Luna, but also better for Jonah, but also better for Griff on Luna. you know, in terms of net worth, actually ahead of that Wind Ranger who was mid. Ult goes out on the Abaddon, who's not actually going to regain much from it. Stampede just to get his team out. And Breaking Baps just going to disengage.
The lead on Griff is kind of expected, considering he just gets his farming mechanics built in while Jonah has to build his Battle Fury first. Speaking of Jonah, there's 3 of them setting up on him.
And he's out there on a bit of an island on his own. He is going to turn to engage himself. Wellyn coming in behind, just going to do his best to keep him alive. We've also got the support Venge coming in as well. All of Baps just going to manage to dissipate into the jungle though. They're going to turn onto the Venge.
It's not a mana for Eclipse. Has it now?
Eclipse goes out after he was stunned. Damage going out on both cores. Jonah looking like he's going to fall. Misty Coil comes out. The Vengeance died off screen. Followed by Jonah. Followed by Wellyn. We've now just got BleakGiant in on his own. Valentine coming in. They are going to pick off the kill on the... is that on the Zeus or the Luna? I forget who died earlier, but another one.
The Zeus died before, and now the Luna died.
That was the Luna then. BleakGiant looked like he was going to get out, but Heretic thrown at him very aggressively. Notch now back in the fight. Coil incredibly low. Valentine looked like he was going to die, but instead he manages to turn, and they get the kills onto the Centaur and onto the Ogre. And Fuwafuwa not looking in great stead either, as he tries to throw away Jonah, who's returned to the fight, but instead actually kind of just pushes him in a little bit of a better direction to his Zeus, as Fuwafuwa dies anyway. A messy fight there as teams return.
Yeah, very long-winded fight there, but in the end, Widow's team to come out ahead of that one.
Definitely. I mean, that net worth chart just bumping up in the way of Widows. Honestly, a great display so far from Lunst Valentine.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it was looking very good for Breaking Baps at the start of that, with Griff like maneuvering in the trees very well to get as much damage out as he could while incredibly low on health. If he was able to finish that TP out, it would have been great, but that's where Lunst comes in with his shotgun and picks him up.
I mean, so far, still a very even game. I'm not going to lie, if I didn't say I'm a little worried that we're going to see another long one. Stampede comes out, toss in on Coil from Fuwa, and that Venge is just going to disappear as the Zeus ults. They're going to turn on Coil, who does now have a Blade Mail, but that's not going to save him here. Bleak taking a lot of damage, but Heretic is now all alone and going to fall anyway. 2 for 1 after the initiation from Breaking Baps. I mean, not their best display. Don't know what you think. A little aggressive under the tower, maybe at this stage, or?
I mean, obviously, as you said, the kill on the Venge was fast enough that they could have gotten away with that. But then the re-engage from Widow is definitely something to be feared, even though it's not the biggest upset there, like losing the Centaur and the Ogre. It's unfortunate, but it is just the way this game goes at the moment.
I mean, Centaur picked up that Blade Mail now. Heading the way of Pipe. I mean, just becoming that aura boss that everybody knows Centaur to be at this point in Dota 2. Lunst's just going to try and push that mid lane, but he's going to get knocked back when he realizes there's 2 heroes there and not 1.
Lunst almost got his Gleipnir Dome. It's gonna be a pretty big item for these early fights.
I think it's gonna be huge. I mean, in reality, any hero that can pick up a Gleipnir is a huge pick for Widows, really, into this Centaur. I mean, they picked it before the Centaur, I think, didn't they?
I think so.
It's just really going to help them shut down that mobility.
Yeah, Jonah's just got his Battle Fury, and so he's going to be able to accelerate his arm farm now.
Jonah nearly knocked down the cliff by the bird there. Could have been bad. Heretic just hanging around waiting to stun him. Jonah sees the ward go down. Is he going to catch Heretic?
He had been blown on Heretic there. I think he just kills him.
Yeah, we might be seeing a pretty vicious reenactment of that there. Gleipnir goes down. Heretic does stun. Stampede to try and save him. Not even to try and save him. Stampede for the initiation on the top lane. Coil's going to go in. We are going to see Lunst Valentine just take down Heretic as the ult comes out from the Zeus. But still, Heretic, the only person to die in this 2 fights, this very widespread single fight. Wellyn ult popped there on the Abaddon, but he's going to heal mostly back up to full health. Ult goes out from BleakGiant. A lot of damage going out on Coil. Fuwafuwa doing all right, though. Lunst manages to TP up here, and so does... Is Jonah here? Nope, just Lunst. Jonah just happily sitting in the mid lane, but Lunst comes up to help finish off the fight. Then they take down Fuwafuwa as well.
Neither carry particularly interested in that fight.
No, but I definitely feel that there's different reasons for that. You know, Jonah already with the pick takes the big farm mid and possibly the tower to give the team the advantage. Although Baps looking to do something about this. Maybe not realizing that BleakGiant's there. Maybe not caring that BleakGiant's there. Or maybe just trying to do some poke to save that tower.
I mean, Jonah's reasonably safe with the enrage still up. He can take this tower and get out, no problem. Gonna pop the enrage just to be safe and get out.
I think the right move, maybe. Given the information that he would have in that situation.
Yeah, it's not an enormous good, and you're not too worried about it. He's mostly farming at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I mean, net worth-wise, we're seeing about the same as we thought we'd see, I think. You know, Luna ahead of Jonah. Oh, sorry. Luna ahead of Ursa, and...
Yeah, Lunst definitely showing up big so far in the second game. 7-0 on the Windrunner. Top of the net worth. He's definitely setting the pace of this game. He's working towards his BKB, which is reasonable against all the magic damage and stuns that are on the enemy team. No BKB piercing stuns this time around.
You know how we were talking earlier about not picking the same heroes as the previous game? Yeah, I think another reason that it's nice to not pick the same heroes is it doesn't put the casters in the position of trying to work out who's on that hero now. They're going to try and dive in on Griff, but BleakGiant's going to be caught out ahead of his team, although Lund's going to come in, put down the ult to try and help out. Ult goes down from the Earth Spirit. We're going to lose the Luna pretty quickly. Coil going down as well. This is a huge fight for Widows. They have lost Lunst, I think, to Fuwafuwa. Ult popped on the Abaddon. Fuwafuwa trying to clean up here. Abaddon trying to keep everybody alive as Jonah's just cleaning up supports behind. Fuwafuwa, last man alive. AD coming out on the Vengeful Spirit. Didn't see that one coming. Jonah just trying to catch up. He's thrown back, but not too far. Huge stun, though. Wellyn looking very low. This might be Fuwafuwa's escape, and I think it's going to be.
Yeah, so kind of dangerous at the moment for Lunst with that focus fire into the centaur with the retaliate and the blade mail. He was taking a lot of damage from that and then picked up in the end by Tom on the Zeus when he just had a sliver of HP remaining. That's the downside to the whirlwind. You're just not sure what you're hitting, and if you're hitting the center, you're taking a lot of damage back.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice of options to give the Wind Ranger. You know, complete opposites. Focus fire or not at all focus fire.
Honestly, I like the mental image of the Whirlwind Windrunner, where she's just like running in and then just starts shooting in random directions.
just flailing about violently.
Yeah, like imagine Legolas in Lord of the Rings, but instead of just like sniping down the orcs, he just fucking shoots whatever way his mind wants to.
Including all the elves and humans around him.
Yes. I think Lord of the Rings would have been a lot better if Legolas had taken Whirlwind.
You think Lord of the Rings would have been a lot better if Legolas was just a manic psychopath?
Yeah.
I guess you could argue he's somewhat of a manic psychopath as it is. I think we're gearing up for another fight here, though.
Yeah, we are.
Just to pause a little, we're fighting under a Dire ward here, so Dire are aware of what's going on. BleakGiant going to pop the ult, but going to go down. No, swapped out by the Venge. Zeus ult comes out huge, but I think he took some damage from a Blade Mail there, I'm not sure. Fuwafuwa in the fight. Coil goes down. Fuwafuwa goes down. Tom looking low. Griff really trying to hold this on, and he is holding this on. Takes down 2 there. Wellyn only saved by his ult popping. Lunst coming back in to try and help out.
He does not feel great about this. Tom is only 60 HP.
I mean, 3 deaths to 2, so I mean, decent engage from breaking Baps, but I mean, that could have gone either way there, I feel. I mean, how quick those tanks seem to, those high health heroes seem to melt on breaking Baps.
Yeah, you definitely see the defensive tools for Widows coming into play as well. The defensive swap from the Venge as well as the Abaddon, Aphotic Shield and Mist Coil. But yeah, in the end, like, Griff just got a great entry into that fight, got a really big eclipse on Jonah and just cleaned up the fight afterwards.
Chrysalis on the oh sorry, Phylactery, not Chrysalis. Phylactery on the Buzz for Zeus. Chrysalis would have been crazy.
I would like for him to build a Chrysalis next.
If only we had such power.
Yeah, they've seen him, but they don't quite.
They're looking for him. I mean, speaking of seeing him, a lot of wards. I think some of them started to despawn now, but sort of 30, 40 seconds ago, and I mean, still a lot of dire wards down. Like a lot of dire wards down.
No, Jonah is just going for the kill on Heretic here. That's an easy pick.
We were speaking about wards. Heretic went, you know what? We don't have enough wards, actually. You're right. And Jonah would like to remind him that's not his jungle.
He got the D word, though.
Is it worth his life?
No, absolutely not. He got it.
Shield rune going down onto Venge. Venge just loving picking up these runes here, it seems. Not leaving them for anyone else. We had an AD in a couple of fights ago, and now he's just running around with an extra bit of shield. He's a happy little support, you know?
Knock knows who the real guy is. Yeah, there's just an easy rush for us. Not much to say about it.
No,
giving it to Bleak is giving him some more freedom to just roll in like an idiot.
Yeah, I think it's the right move. We've seen Bleak taking a lot of damage, but he's also doing a lot of work in those fights.
I would have either given it to Bleak or I'm guessing they weren't intending to give it to Bleak considering they're all tipping him. I would say it's either him or Lunst at the moment. Lunst wasn't there. Maybe you still give it to Jonah.
Yeah, maybe. I think Lance is maybe the way to go. Jonah's still a good one to put it on. I guess the argument with Bleak is that Bleak has to die first, or the Aegis isn't worth it. If Bleak dies any later in the match, he maybe has an escape, but he's not going to get any kills with it.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like they were intending to give it to him. He's also been fired, so...
Lunst Valentine going to get caught out here in the triangle. He's going to pop his BKB, and he's going to throw off the unfocused fire to try and get himself out of there. TheBleakGiant jumping in, pops the ult. This could be a huge fight for Widows. Ult comes out from Griff. Coil goes down. Griff now just trapped in a corner, getting slapped about by half the enemy team. Wellyn low, but no ult on the Wellyn. That Aegis does go down on Bleak, and we haven't lost another single member of Widows, so clearly well placed to put it on him.
Yeah, Aegis used. What are you talking about, Syleos? This is great.
Honestly,
so,
I stand by it that being a good move. I think Lunst is maybe the better pick, but he wasn't there. Don't risk just leaving it lying around. Pick it up on the Pulse 3.
As a result of that, it looks like Bleak is now also fired, so Widows are already down 2 players.
Who did they fire in the first? Oh, they fired Lance, didn't they?
Yeah, Lance was fired last game.
I think they've got to revoke that firing of Lunst and definitely bring him back with more benefits given his performance in this game.
Well, we'll give you more updates on the management side of Black Country Widows as this develops.
Oh, we're definitely finding out in the interview after, but so far Lunst would be MVP of this game for me.
Yeah, we might end up with the entire team being fired.
We're gonna see Bleak going down there all alone. The fight comes in though. Jonah with that Battle Fury. Yeah. Lunst Valentine running in to finish people off. Fuwafuwa and Griff coming in. They're trying to just finish off that Venge just to get a kill. But Griff is going to go down, taking so much damage. Fuwafuwa may have a lot of health, but it's going to mean nothing when he's stunned and getting hit by the entire enemy team. Sacrificed by the Pulse 3 there, but all worth it seems. Maybe a tower as well, along with a team wipe.
Yeah, the start was really promising for breaking Baps, like blocking the rollout from BleakGiant and getting that kill was a great start, but then setting up for the AoE stun and then that enormous cleave from Jonah.
Yeah, I mean that Battle Fury on the Ursa, obviously a very common pickup, the pickup, but I mean huge that fight, huge.
Yeah, definitely Baps up against the ropes in this one.
Oh, I mean, this is a more convincing lead that Widows have got this game than I think Baps had last game.
Yeah, Dota's already throwing it down to a 90% chance to win for Widows.
Crazy. I mean, just looking at the net worth, I mean, now a convincing lead over the Luna. I think you called it earlier that with the Battle Fury, the Ursa was definitely going to speed up that farm.
Yeah, and like the whole game plan for Widows was always just like run at them, put the pressure on them, don't let this Luna farm up higher than the
Smoke coming out here. I thought they were going to go up top. They've actually cut down. I think fancied Lunst, but Lunst just runs away. They have caught Jonah out though. Jonah goes down. Lunst Valentine on the Wind Ranger pops the BKB. It may be going to get Coil. I can hear the Luna ult in the distance. Stampede goes out to run away. Or to re-engage. I'm not sure which at this point. But 2 for 1 on Baps with the smoke. I think they could have had more there if they'd maybe wanted, but I feel they could have maybe got giant.
I laughed at toss-in by Fuwafuwa when he was basically like already dead, but he did kill NochUK with it. So I think if you've accepted at that point that Coil is gonna die, you might as well like throw his corpse at the painful spirit.
I mean, this is also an opportunity to catch up now for Griff on the net worth and on the farm, because Jonah dead. No, not for a huge amount of time, but Griff farms fast, so that's something. I think the push is something we didn't really see out of the Luna too much last game. I think they got held back in base a lot, but I'll be interested to see if Griff's going to take more advantage of that. Obviously, Luna just decimating waves and bases when she gets to it.
It's not without risk in this game, because there's a lot of like sudden initiations available to Widows that Griff's gonna have to worry about. If you're gonna get blinked on by the Ursa or swapped or have the Earth Spirit roll on you, you can be in trouble very fast.
Definitely. Just looking at items, BKB coming up, Fuwafuwa.
Widows, yeah, trying to find Fuwafuwa farming here. Bleak is gonna find him.
I feel like they're maybe not even looking for Fuwafuwa. Almost found him. Blink away.
Farming there.
Was that a...
Yeah, Smoke broke on Bleak. He's trying to roll for it, but didn't get him.
Wasn't sure if it was maybe a Watcher with a glitched appearance, you know?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
AD rune there in the top of the river. Wonder if anyone's going to get that before the next fight. Baps looking a little bit spread out here. Widow's definitely eyeing up to take that high ground, but I don't know if they'll just hold off. Not too long left on Roche. Maybe they hold out for another Roche, and it'll be interesting to see who they put it on.
Yeah, or if they find a DD, they might decide to go with that.
They have found the AD. I would like to say I don't begrudge anyone calling it a DD. I always call it a DD, but I felt I'd get told off if I cast a game and called it a DD.
I do begrudge people calling it AD, because when Slardar's ult was called Amplified Damage, we didn't call that AD. But we call this Amp Damage or DD.
But we are going to see an engage here with the Amplified Damage on the Ursa. Fuwafuwa just going to absolutely melt. Coil going to drop his Blade Mail to try and keep him up. Stampede goes up, and then in comes that Gleipnir that we said earlier was just going to completely render Stampede useless. Maybe not completely, but somewhat. Coil does go down. We're now going to see Tom follow, and Heretic not far behind at all. Jonah just absolutely melts his enemies.
Yeah, I mean, this, like, with the DD coming out, that's so much
Griff
damage.
trying to do what he can. Is he going to get caught here? They've got a lot of lockdown on Widows. BKB's popped, but honestly, the damage is just coming out, and the pure mobility coming out of the team here.
There is no fighting back into this, and honestly, this
game?
This could be game. Like, Fuwafuwa is gonna come back, and they have the buyback on Griff, but like the full 5-man squad for Widows is still up.
Yeah, I mean, they backed off.
They can definitely just go on to top and take more racks. I don't know how Baps are stopping them at the moment.
I mean, still pretty much full health, full mana across the board. Most ults up as well.
Yeah, like Lunst still has his BKB.
Crazy. They're gonna back off. They're gonna back off. I think they're gonna think about Roche instead, maybe. But
probably, yeah.
I'd want to see them Roche here, I think. They need to do something with this time. They still got 20 seconds, no Luna. Roche is going to be bottom, so Dire can't get to that easily.
I mean, they're not on a timer at the moment, I don't think, for Widows, or at least, like, most of the minutes of that timer are still going to be in their favor. Yeah,
definitely. I think late game you'd maybe say that Baps had it, but this Ursa isn't going anywhere, and neither is the Lunst Valentine
Like,
Wind Ranger.
Yeah, if Griff is somehow gonna get to a point where he just like solos the enemy team, that's a point where they maybe worry about it. But for now, like, they are very much in the driver's seat.
You know, the entirety of game 1, I think I either called him Lunst or Valentine, never the two together. But this game, he's really earned the full name every time. That is Lunst Valentine Wind Ranger, and we are watching it in live.
He's managed to pick up his axe as well as the Satanic at the moment, so he is huge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Satanic is huge. Fucking hell, I mean, net worth-wise? Yeah, I mean, the 20k lead from Black Country Widows. 20k lead, I mean, 94% win probability.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough one for Baps to come back from.
Rush up in 20 seconds. Not going to give up. No, don't give in. It's coming. Instead, they've seen Coil very extended.
They've got Knock hanging around there.
Glidemere comes out. Stampede to try and get away. Stampede is going to get away. Oh, no. Jonah's running. Bleak's in. And he's down. Fuwafuwa going to blink away just in case.
Yeah, Jonah's running straight back to that race. He knows it's waiting for him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the right move. It gets them the extra net worth in some total without them pushing the tower. Yeah, I don't think they needed to kill the Centaur to be able to take the rush. Did we see a Heretic got shard from the Tormentor there on the Dire side. I mean, I almost think, yeah, Breaking Baps maybe still a bit worried that they were going to go for that top push. Not necessarily sure they'd gone for the rush. Aegis picked up on Jonah D this time.
I can't believe, I kind of hate to see this, Jonah just stealing Bleak's Aegis there.
I agree with you. I don't think he needs it. I think it's much better. I think too many carries take the Aegis away from their pos 3, you know? I think the value of your tank jumping in and not just being out of the fight, but arguably Bleak does his thing and then Bleak's done. They don't care that Bleak's dead. They want their big old angry bear to just run around and slap towers after the fight, so they want to make sure they still got him.
I mean, my experience playing with Bleak is that you're usually happier when he's dead.
That's a very Bleak thing to say. Jonah straight in. Got that BKB up. The Zeus ult comes out. Not doing all that much, to be honest. Coil's got his Flame Mail up. There goes Bleak. No Aegis to keep him alive. Venge going to go down as well. Jonah about to come back up. Tom looking very low. Griff looking half health. Fuwafuwa half health with the BKB. Buybacks come out on the Centaur and on the Ogre. It's going to be huge, honestly. No more deaths on Widows. Buybacks across the board almost.
We're gonna get another rampage on Lunst. Come on, go for it. You know,
he's TPing out. He's not gonna go for it. Buyback on the Venge. I'm a little gutted Lunst didn't go for it.
I would have absolutely run at that Zeus right there. Probably died, but maybe got in it.
A very expensive hold there for Breaking Baps. I mean, a hold all the same, but...
I mean, it's similar to the one we saw coming out last game from Widows in the same situation, the same. Well, not exactly for buybacks used this time, but all the buybacks they had available were used.
Yes, definitely.
They were able to
I mean, looking at the buybacks, I mean, none really across the board, but the timers are the timers are all out on Baps. Ace rune there. I mean, do you really think Widows need to hang around and worry about farming up a bit more, or do you think they just need to stop playing with their food and end the game?
I mean, they're just looking for the decisive fight now, right? There's 4 buybacks down on breaking Baps. This is where you just wait for everyone to be up again and just put the squeeze on them.
Yeah, I think definitely I agree. I think it's one more lane. They definitely want that one more lane. Oh, sorry, it's not one more lane. 2 more lanes still after that. Yeah. You know, expensive hold.
You just look for any fight now, and if you bring down like.
I think if, yeah.
Potentially the only one with buy, but if you bring down Griff, you've essentially won the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think Fuwafuwa does what he can, but you're right. Griff is that damage. Baps just holding on here, maybe not wanting to give up quite just yet.
Smoke out for Widows.
Yeah, they might actually catch Coil here. Honestly, a lot of stampedes we've seen this game have been Coil attempting to save himself. They're going to leave Coil, instead turning into the jungle. Are they going to get Fuwafuwa? They see Fuwafuwa. Jonah blinks away. Stampede goes out to try and get the team into help or to get Fuwafuwa out. Fuwafuwa goes down. Buyback is available. Is he going to use it? Now you're going to see Heretic just melt, caught out of position there, not able to get back. I think we just saw him getting played with in the back there.
You're never holding this without the tiny buyback. There's no way.
No, I mean maybe just wanting to make them bait it out. Jonah's just gonna blink in and just slap that tower. He's not scared.
He's gonna happily do that. He's gonna be knocking on your high ground until you use that buyback.
He doesn't care. Yeah, Fuwafuwa buys back. I think Widows maybe still just go for this. I mean, still a man down on Baps.
And this is no buybacks available on Baps now.
Just trying to poke, work out where they are. They are going to jump onto Coil. Stampede has been used, so he's got no escape here. He throws out the Veil, but it's not going to be enough. Ult coming out from the Luna. Wellyn pops ult, and we're going to lose another 2 on Baps. Tom doing what he can from low elf in the base, but Griff's going to fall as well, and along with that is this top tower and the racks. GG's come out from the side of breaking Baps, and a game less than half the time of game 1. That's game 2 over, chaps.
Yeah, I mean, it just took Baps so much time to, like, it was a valiant effort even that last fight, but the amount of time it took them to burn through all the defenses available to Widows, just way too much with the amount of that.
Honestly, a crazy second game. Credit, I said it. I said it last night when talking about I think two out for Dota. Black Country Widows definitely went into that draft having an idea what went wrong in their first game, coming out with a completely different strategy to try and take on the second game, and really pulled it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, definitely the game plan here was just like get your course farmed up and just run at them until the game is over, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I mean, definitely such a brawl from the start. A much faster paced game than the previous one. Not just in terms of overall duration, but I mean, just the speed at the start. Way more exciting. Both teams definitely, I don't know, maybe more confident or just more excited or just sick to death of playing Dota tonight and wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, Winners were just like, yo, we have somewhere to be tonight. We're just gonna wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, someone's been told it's bedtime. They need to get this shit done. Should we see if we can get some captains in here? Should we go for Victors first?
Absolutely.
Who is their captain? It's Jonah, right?
The one drafting was Bleak.
Oh, was it Bleak? Hang on. It is Bleak, actually. I remember that name being... I think I remember that name being all fancy. It is BleakGiant. Yeah, let's get Bleak in here. I want to talk to him about that Aegis, actually. If we can. Actually, can you message Bleak? It saves me flashing on my screen 6 times. And we will need a mod to drag him in here, but we have been told last night that we cannot drag captains into the casting channel against their will. Which I think is unfair. I think it should be in the contract of all teams playing in the tournament that casters have, or moderators have the right to move them voice channels at will. I mean, to be honest, that last game, I don't know who MVP of the whole night. I don't know who it would be, but I have a newfound love for Lunst Valentine.
Yeah, Bleak is down for an interview if Kieran can drag him in.
Yeah, Kieran, can we get Bleak? Bring Bleak unto us. And bring me more wine on a Wednesday night.
Bleak.
Yeah?
How are
Hello.
you feeling?
Slightly intoxicated.
Cheers
I've
to that.
drank a lot of rum.
A man after my own heart.
I've
Definitely a
finished
good way to prepare.
3/4 of a bottle of Kraken. Yeah.
Does the intoxication have anything to do with the Aegis snatch? Or
No.
was it a snatch? Was it agreed?
No, it's just grief. I was trying to deny it. But I didn't
Oh, the deny would have been glorious. I nearly said so. We actually didn't hate the Aegis on the POS 3. Definitely got used. I think it was worth it.
Yeah. And then Jonah's just shit anyway, so he didn't press R in the next fight after when he got killed anyway. So
yeah.
So all Jonah's fault for dying that time. So obviously coming out of that second game, coming out of that first game, sorry, like a great hold, a very long game, a slog, if you will.
Yeah.
Definitely changed up strategies from what you could see coming into the second game.
Yeah, I think we lacked like proper tempo. Like I'm not very good at bristleback. I'll hold my hands up.
I think Bristleback's changed a lot. As a very old Bristleback player, I think playing him now is completely different.
Yeah. And I think we lacked a lot of like basic stuns. Morana's a skill shot. Bristleback doesn't have one.
Yeah, and also just a lot of like, basically across the entire game, a lot of mobility, just missing
issues. Yeah, no one to go on. Or
basically, the only reliable mobility in the game was the clockwork with the hook shot, and I'm guessing you felt that. Yeah,
and Underlord with his ball.
Yeah, somewhat slower mobility, but still like definitely a way to get on top of the sniper, which was.
It's more getting around the map when when we're trying to push to the top or like bot tier 2, it's just like the portal just denies the push chance.
Yeah.
And they can defend towers like quite easy.
Yeah, I mean, great couple of games. You nearly killed us with the first one. That was a very long cast. So I guess we tip our hats to you for making the second game so short.
We normally bluff the first game of the series anyway. So
of the series or of the tournament? Is it all uphill from here, or is it going to be 1-1s across the board?
No. I think it should be up from get go now. We've not actually played that. The first game was the first game we've actually played. It was a full 5-stack as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you should get to know each other's like patterns and stuff again.
I think a lot of teams are finding that they maybe don't all have the time to get together without the pressure of the tournament games. So yeah, I think there's definitely teething issues across the board, but it didn't show necessarily. I mean, you put up a really good fight in the first game and definitely came out strong in the second.
It's like a bicycle. You never forget how to like ride it. It's just me and Jonah have been playing for like 2 months of CS instead of playing Dota. So we've lost like a little bit of muscle memory.
So would you say the issue was that the first game you played a bit too sneaky beaky like, and in the second game you were definitely rushing in?
Yeah, Russian B second game, 100%. But then I think because we have got Syler as our coach to draft, he's looking at it from like a much higher MMR, and I think we don't really suit the heroes he's recommended like 100% some of the times.
I was going to ask, did your coach have any words for you after the first game?
Not really.
No, it just came in, did the draft, and fucked off.
Yeah, he did
I wasn't listening anyway, so
he did fire George during the first game and you during the second one, so you might be looking at 2 replacements soon, but it won't be you. You're one of the ones who got fired.
He's got no power over here.
Well, I mean, I'd like to say if Lunst Valentine has been fired from Black Country Widows and not rehired after that second game, then that is a crying shame. I will start a campaign. There'll be a petition, and failing that, we'll form a new team with just Lunst Valentine.
George's shit. Is that the team name? That tracks.
Slander. You've got to give him credit. He played a great game there in mid.
Yeah, but I also promised me that I would roast him, so I gotta do my
I won't
commitment.
stand for it. I'm a brand new Lunst Valentine stan, and
please don't. His ego's big enough as it is.
Well, this is maybe this is going to be a case of don't meet your heroes, and I'll just love him from afar.
Please, please do.
That sounds like a good strategy. Yeah.
Who's your next game against then, Bleak?
Too hot for Dota.
Oh, too hot for Dota. Oh,
well, I think it'll be easy 2-0.
Oh, fighting talk.
I mean, you've got the warm-up game now, don't you?
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
I've got a lot of rum to consume throughout this tournament. I've got another 3 bottles.
Why is the rum gone?
I got a couple of cans of Guinness, and stuff like that. So
you have your preparation cut out for you.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a little bit of drink. It helps you play better.
It's funny, we've been talking about who was the real pirate captain this entire cast, and I think we might have found him.
Yeah, that's true. We saw some competition between Griff and Fuwafuwa for the captain slot, since they were on and off drafting the first game, and they both ended up with a pirate head. But yeah, it seems like you're definitely in the competition as well.
But also going into your next game, Bassmaster has also referred to himself as the captain of the pirate ship that is too hot for Dota. So,
well, that's just
there's pirates all over the place here.
Isn't it? Oh, he refers to himself as captain. You can't. If you're calling yourself captain, you're not captain.
I'm paraphrasing. You'll have to see the exact wording when the interview comes out. But anyway, we'll leave you to the last 25% of your bottle of rum, and we'll play tonight. Yeah, it's a great show.
Right.
Really enjoyed casting it.
Cheers for the cast, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming for an interview. Catch you later.
Bye.
Can we get Griff? Is that possible, or do we want Fuwafuwa? Who's the real captain?
I don't know if either of them is still around.
Oh,
I don't think I've either of them on my. I can just add them and see if either of them wants to come in.
Yeah, we can do that. We can give it 5 minutes. He's probably finished the rum already. If by pirate he meant sinking, then yeah. Griff went to bed. Straight to bed? Was it Griff's mum who was saying the game needed to be over? WWE level cause. I think we just got one. I mean, the shout out that he thinks that the next is too hot for Dota is going to be a 2-0.
Yeah, I think that's Coil, if you want to.
We can get who? Coil? Yeah, I'll take whoever at this point.
Coil's in chat, so at least we know he's around.
Bring us Coil. It's quite fun getting to just sit in stream and just, request mods to send people your way.
This is great.
I'll take any of them, to be fair. I think we can get good stuff. I think especially in game 1, it's nice to just ask for the captains. It's sort of courtesy, courtesy to the captain. But then again, can we really take Griff when Griff isn't the one true pirate captain, as we found out? He didn't end that game with a rapier, so
yeah, we're not sure who the captain is. That's the big problem there.
You can't end with just a pirate hat and say I'm a captain. You need a mighty big sword as well, and that's not a euphemism. Get knock on. Is it knock or notch? I've been saying notch most of the draft, but you said knock. Okay, well, I apologize.
It's knock or NochUK. NochUK is acceptable as well.
Oh god, well, I haven't said either of those, so I'm sorry, knock. Fair to Bast, he is the only remaining too hot for Dota of the old stack. He is, yeah. He's the thing that's still making it too hot for Dota. Otherwise, it's whose ship is it in Greek mythology? Fuck me, I said the same thing on the cast last night. Well, that's happened now.
I've messaged Heretic, see if he wants to come in.
Okay, well, we'll give it a... Theseus! Is it Theseus's ship? I feel like I'm going to trust you on this, Ben, because you seem wise.
Trusting Ben is generally not a good idea.
Okay. I'm making a lot of mistakes today. Apparently, I shouldn't be a fan of Lunst Valentine, and I shouldn't trust Ben. It is the ship of thieves. Yes. We've got confirmation. Slanderous words from Jesper here.
No, it's the truth.
You told me yesterday too. Okay, fuck. I had one beer yesterday. Like, it wasn't even a problem. At least I've had nearly a bottle of wine tonight.
Oh, pianist is here as well.
We got pianist. Should we just take Tom? Whoever we'd like an interview with a Breaking Baps team member. Whichever one of you can get in here first, we'll take you. And we'll interview you, and then we'll ask you to leave again. And that will be how that goes. And if you don't leave, I don't know, maybe we leave? Do we get a mod to kick them out? I guess we get a mod to kick them out.
No, we just keep them in here.
Oh, okay. I see that. Feels like a bad message to send. It feels like we're going to end up with...
No, the fun never ends.
But no, but this isn't a more the merrier the situation.
No, it is to me.
Right, we're awaiting a 68-inch pianist. Is that how many inches are in a? Is that a very tall pianist or a very short pianist?
Let's ask him. Are you a very tall or very short pianist?
I'm 5'8", so relatively short.
Okay, is that 68 inches?
It is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I despise the imperial system. As a true
I'm not
millennial.
a huge fan. It makes me sound taller than I am, so what can you do?
I guess that is true. Are you a pianist?
I am, yeah.
Very nice. Did you do the grades when you were a kid? I don't know why I did a piano movement as I said that, but I did. What did you get to? Did you complete it all?
When I was like 12, then I stopped because I was a teenager. So yeah, that was a mistake.
But you'd say pretty much completed it, mate. Is that what like close enough, but didn't?
I guess.
Good enough, but just didn't want to continue, with the I don't know. You wanted to stick it to the man more. School of Rock.
But classical music is fine, but playing the same piece over and over again when you're a kid is just it's torture.
I would agree with you, actually. Yeah, that's fair. So anyway, Dota, the games. How you feeling?
We are really happy with the first game. Somewhat less happy with the second.
I mean, I think you take a guess at that, but I mean, overall, is that disappointing? Did you think you were going to come out with a 2-0 or?
No, it's not disappointing. We saw ourselves as the underdog in this series, so the fact that we were able to come together and play as a really cohesive team in the first and make them suffer for 80 minutes as well as you guys, that we just thought that was great.
Yeah, I'm not sure we quite appreciated that one on a weeknight. Can we keep the long games for the weekends, please, chaps?
I'm going to lie and say yes.
Yeah, we're definitely much to be proud of in that first game. So we've got a question to it that we would have liked to post to Griff, but like we've cooked up the lore that since Griff DC during the draft in the first game, if Fuwafuwa picked up the rest of the draft, they are now vying for the captaincy, and both players ended up picking up a pirate hat in the first game.
Oh right,
which one is the true pirate captain?
Like Griff he's got a really cool head and he makes really great calls, so he's always going to be the captain.
He does also have a sick beard, which is also a good sign for a pirate.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's very piratey.
Yeah,
he does have a really strong Northern Ireland accent, though, so that can make it hard to understand him.
That's even more piratey.
That's true.
And I did also. I said he was ahead because he did touch. We said that both Fuwafuwa and Griff had pirate hats in the first game. They both had the hat for captaincy, but only one of them lifted the blade of the divine rapier. If he then lost it within 30
he didn't
seconds.
Bring it home, but he held the rapier for a short amount of time.
It's got to be about treasure as well. Did we check who dug up the most bounty runes?
Oh shit, we didn't. Someone's gonna have to go back.
If we keep log of that. Yeah.
I mean, if we're just going off net worth, I think Griff wins.
I mean, yeah.
So there we go. Griff has the most booty, fantastic beard, and is hard to understand, and therefore is the one true pirate captain. Although BleakGiant has drunk the most rum. So say what you will.
We'll find that out. So there's more competition on the horizon there.
I think it's going to be a long series until we find out who the real pirate captain is. But again,
that was already
sidetracked.
a long series to begin with.
Back to the Dota. Coming into that second draft, were you guys trying to do anything different? I know you picked up the Luna that had previously been played against you. Was that sort of a flex, or just fancied it?
No, it wasn't a flex.
It looked a bit like we'll show you how it's done, boys.
No, we didn't. Like I said, we saw ourselves as the underdogs going in, so we were well happy with the result of the first game, and we wanted to put something together for the second. But the problem is, we wanted Fuwa on his flagship hero, the Earth Spirit, and we got denied.
Denied through the pick rather than the ban.
Yeah, we didn't
Unfortunately,
see that. Despite the fact that it's BleakGiant's most picked hero, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, very unfortunate. Maybe a slight oversight. How much help are you guys getting from your coach? It's Bread, is that right?
Yeah. He turned up today, which was nice.
That is a great start for the coach.
It's really
that is great. Yeah.
Not
He's
a given.
Be mad at us because he wanted us to shit talk more, but we were just too focused on the Dota.
Yeah, we also found out that he was eating chicken during most of the second game draft. So
I'm not sure if it's thigh or wing. There was a lot of discussion.
I'll make sure to ask him.
Thank you very much. I think the people need to know.
All right.
Who have you guys got for your next game?
We have the big nasty lads, the Stormy Eagle and crew.
Headed up against I know Team Solid.
Yeah, Flompling we're particularly terrified of.
I mean, you should be. Flompling is a great support. Some would say the best Warlock in the Goon International. I mean,
I would definitely say he's the best Warlock in the Goon International.
I've seen some pretty impressive clips of Flompling Warlock. So, yeah, maybe a ban there.
We know he can get past that.
Oh, yeah,
I do think they should officially change their name to the Big Nasty Lads.
If we 2-0 them, we have to force them to do that. But
I agree.
But if you 2-0 them, they're no longer the Big Nasty Lads, are they? I'd say you'd be the Big Nasty Lads.
We've already said I'm not big and I'm not particularly nasty. So 1 out of 3 isn't bad.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So challenging game coming up for you. They put out a very a very solid performance, no pun intended, against Too Hot for Dota the other night. The reigning champions, technically. I only say technically because teams against them. I think given what we saw from you guys tonight, they don't have an easy match coming up. So I think that'll be a fun one to watch.
No, Larry predicted we get 17th place in the tournament overall, so honestly, I'm just looking to spite him in particular.
I mean, that's also worthy pursuit.
So what you're saying is you need to get out of the group so that you can hunt down OGs in the playoffs. I
mean, I admire your optimism. We'll do our best.
You got to stay optimistic. Come on. If you're the underdogs are supposed to be supported to win eventually. That's how all the movies go. Well, you guys put on a great display tonight. Longest game, at least so far in the Goon International, I'm confident to say, without even knowing what the other games were, but there's no way I haven't heard about a longer game than that. And we wish you luck in your next game. Well played tonight.
I hope for your sakes you don't get any longer.
Well, apparently it was already not the longest game of the tournament, so, we might have win a match.
Oh,
anyway, thanks for chatting, lads. I gotta go. I'm shaft.
It's been a pleasure. You go get some rest. Good luck in your next one. Catch you later.
Bye.
Well, there we have it. I guess, honestly, 2 very different interviews. One came into the series very confident, but also just not a mess of a team, but definitely not the cohesion that we necessarily see from Baps. Widow is definitely a lot of friendly jest between teammates, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of shit talking within that team, knowing some of the players in it.
Yeah, and Tom not sounding all that confident, but I think they put on a good display tonight. I think they've got every right to be quite confident going into the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely, they have much to be proud of for the first game. That was very well played by them.
But all awaits to be seen as they will face up against Team Solid, who recently 2-0'd Too Hot for Dota. I won't quite say convincingly, but definitely strong games from Team Solid. And we'll see how Too Hot for Dota can fare up against Black Country Widows in this group, which is... I don't even fucking know which group this is. This is Group 4. This is Group 4. Okay, so your next game, which will be coming up... Oh, hang on, let's just put the logo back over so you can't see everything I tapped to. Next game coming up, what do we got? We've got... Bear with me. GTI schedule. Your next game will be... Yeah, it's OGs versus Tit Warblers. That's actually Larry's team, who was just called out for calling out the so-called underdogs that are breaking Baps. So tune in tomorrow. I think that's been cast by, I want to say, Microsoft PowerPoint.
You're correct in that.
It's on its Twitch is called Cypher Main, but you'll find the links to that in the Flax Discord. So if you've enjoyed the Goon International, look at Pyrian Flax, find the Discord if you're not already in there, do all that cool stuff. There will be at some point a charity to donate to. It's still a bit up in the air what. I think the winner's supposed to still be picking the charity. That's the tradition, but it's a bit on the air at the moment. But anyway, keep in mind there's a charity to donate at some point, so save up your pocket money. If you've enjoyed me, drop a follow. I'll be back with more casts, but I also do other stuff, so I'll be on this channel. And if you've enjoyed Jesper, do you want to plug anything?
I have nothing at all to plug. I might be streaming some things at some point, like forecasting these games, but whenever I can just leech off someone like you, I will do that.
You're He Who Hungers on Twitch, right?
That's true.
Right, yeah. He Who Hungers. It's written out in the title.
I literally only stream during this, so don't follow that.
Feel free to follow Jesper, or just hunt him down on the internet and make him give you his company, I guess. Yeah, just go play some Dota with Jesper. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I can do that. That's definitely a possibility.
But I guess until next time, when I don't actually have any more games on the board, so I'll have to pick some up. But yeah, it's been great. And we'll catch you all around. Good night. Do you want to say good night? He said good night. There we go.
Oh, who's this mysterious character?
Falcus is here, he's lighthearted and free. Jesper's the brains, he's as sharp as can be. Commentating Dota, just wait and see. Goon International is the place to be. Goons, they gather, watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goon International, hey, hey, hey. Goons on battles never seen before. Falcus with jokes, he'll leave you wanting more. Jesper's got stats and the inside lore. Together they make the perfect score. Goons, they gather, watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goon International, hey, hey, hey. Goons on battles never seen before. Falcus with jokes, he'll leave you wanting more. Jesper's got stats and the inside lore. Together they make the perfect score. Goons, they gather, watch them play. Falcus laughing all the way. Jesper's wisdom on display. In the Goon International, hey, hey, hey. Broadcasting magic in every frame. Falcus and Jesper